there are, evil rat people possibly still in the sewers.
Oh yeah.
So that we don't just walk off and someone goes down into the sewers and discovers the rat people. And I guess he's going to go up to his party members and go, "My dear friends, what a fucking shit show that was, eh? Well, I'm sure you must realize this, but a great burden has been placed on me. I'm apparently now the leader of the Robins. I never thought that I would see the day, but clearly this is some sort of responsibility I need to look into, especially the fact that my dear Elder and Red passed away in that battle. I need to show respect to them, go back to my headquarters, figure out what the fuck is going on, and hopefully return to you soon with a fully functioning Robins faction that can help us in our quest. So I must bid you all adieu for now. Voltron,
Bye.
Scribbles,
See you later.
Reiner, Lulan. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you all.
And I cocked him.
You fucker. Gonna cock back me right now.
As Angel, I'm assuming Angel sort of says this to us in a group, and I'm hoping I'd have had my back to him. And as he says, my friends, I want to elect to not turn around.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna feel towards my hand where my missing finger is and wince a little.
Oh yeah.
And go,
do you ever find that?
If anybody does see a finger about, please,
You failed, Max.
you know where to find me. I'll be in contact with you all soon. And Freya, thanks for helping me in that huge battle. Murmur, murmur.
Grumble.
Low grumble.
Freya just ignores you and continues eating a chip.
Oh, yeah.
Bar.
Bro's just like,
God, you guys, I'm so glad I teamed with you all.
Yeah.
As you're leaving the bar, they're clearly all hungover.
devastated you going.
Yeah, they're all clearly very hungover. As you leave the bar, Jeffrey Bowman's standing outside Angel, and he's got his new robes as Lord Commander of the Shielded Man, and like his cloak billows violently behind him, and he comes up and like kind of does that fucking Chad handshake, where it's like forearm to forearm, and he looks you dead in the eyes and he's like, "Safe travels, Angel. We shall meet again soon. I must ask a request of you," and he hands you like a scroll which has been sealed by Henry. And it's like, if you had the opportunity to see King Victor Trost, I trust that you'll pass this to him.
Could you repeat that, please, Jeffrey? There was almost some weather crackling there in the air.
Of course. I heard it as well. It was like a thunderstorm.
I feel it in my loins.
Hand this scroll to King Victor Frost. Let me just see if I got his name right. Trost. He's,
Victor Trost?
The King of Midlandgard and the Emperor of Midland. We
yes.
do not wish a war, and he may still believe that his sister was human when we conquered Maidentown.
Well, I will. You know me, I'm a schmoozer. I'm sure I can get the message across and keep cooler heads prevailing. I am known for those sort of things.
Of course. And he's like, "Well, I bid you adieu," and he turns around and walks off.
Okay. No, I'm gonna. Before he goes, I want to. We had that handshake thing going on. I want to pull him back and give him a hug.
Oh, he's startled at first and then hugs you back, and he's kind of like a little bit blushy, and he's like, "Oh, lad, it's good to see you've made it this far. I hope we'll see each other again."
We will.
Bows, and then bows to Clara and Willow and walks off. Fast forward 2 weeks later, Angel's left town. The sun of summer is now kind of waning into the autumn harvest season. Trees are goldening and turning to amber, and the city is rife with people. Like, it's completely packed with all these people resettling in it and rebuilding it after the massive battle. Henry, you haven't seen him for 2 weeks. He's just been so busy. Reginald Marchers return to Hardhome. Reiner, your cousins, return to Barrowtown. And the only march alongside Gerwa, who is they're close to leaving. And now all of you have got your own quest leads, and you're about to re-meet. Okay, so you all walk into the tavern. Freya's first there, already pouring herself some cool, crisp ale.
She would be.
Can I walk in and say, "Pour me one too"?
I mean, yeah.
Or just give her a nod.
So what?
Leland
Just so we know, have we been together for the last 2 weeks, or are we all just? Well,
Yeah, on and off, just wandering around town doing shit.
okay. Yeah. So Freya pours Reiner a drink.
Leland's just gonna go in and just chill with
Yeah,
Hestia on her lap.
Is Timmy or Bleaty currently with us?
Bleaty is. Timmy's not.
All right. Do we have any idea where Timmy's whereabouts might be?
Yes,
someone was.
you do.
Okay.
I'll remind you, you last saw Timmy located kind of between the Shielder Man and Barrowtown, where you basically got ambushed by a pack of goblins and they captured you. And Timmy's probably still with them in a cave.
Okay. Fine. So chances are that Timmy boy is probably still alive.
Yeah?
Might be a
Sure.
goblin sex slave, but he's still alive.
Yeah, chances are good.
Okay. Do we know where? Like, could we find? Do we know roughly geographically where that is?
Yeah, you know exactly where it is.
Okay.
More
I-
importantly, did we get any news on the book? Because wasn't
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Rolo's got it.
Okay,
Well, that was...
forgot that.
Yeah, Voltrum, you need to explain that because they don't know that.
Do you want me
Okay,
to
so
do
you
it
all
now?
go
I'm,
into the
I'm trying to look
tavern.
it up. I'm trying to look up the stuff. Calm down.
I was just gonna
So-
say, Leland's got some stuff to share, but that we'll find about the book first, and then she'll share her shit.
Alright,
never have
so
anything to share.
Lulan descends from upstairs from her room at the inn. Freya's gnawing on a chicken leg while drinking some cold ale. Reiner's just walked in, kicked his feet up onto the table.
No, wait. Freya's vegetarian.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, Freya's
Most
gnawing on
else
an
are.
apple and cheese. And
Vegetarian.
Reiner walks in,
Cheese.
kicks his feet up onto the table.
Come say hi.
I get a leg of chicken and just like in front of her.
Yeah, and then Voltrum, are you gonna walk in or?
Yep. Looking
Okay.
pretty
There's this massive
tired.
bang as two doors swing open, and for a while everyone's eyes look up to expect like a burly tribesman or something like that to have walked in, and then Voltrum
It's like a silhouette.
swans in. Voltrum swans in with his
The
fancy
short silhouette.
warhammer swinging at his hip, and his large iron oak shield upon his back. And he walks in, notices you guys at the table, and removes his helm.
I found the
Hmm.
book. From what we know. From what we
Vivi
know.
says hi, by the way.
Hey Viv. Person I do not know, but I will go and be at your wedding and say hello.
Adam says hello, person I do not know yet have been somehow invited to your wedding, so we'll say hello then.
See you then there. Is it Adam?
It's Dan. It's Dan.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah, that's Dan.
No, don't tell her that it's Adam.
So
Tom, you're muted.
yeah, you've met
Oh,
Alex's sister.
Oh no,
Jane.
he's left.
Adam's left.
Dan's left.
I mean,
He
Dan's
got really
left.
offended for some reason.
That's my appearance.
Don't, because you're Adam.
Appearance.
No. This is Dan. Turn your mic back on. This is actually Adam. He's
Yeah,
actually
no.
Adam. He's not Dan. Dan's the. No, I always call him Dan anyway. It's our little inside joke. He loves it.
Oh dear.
Alright, well, I'll go eat. Love you all.
Bye bye.
Vivi sends
Yeah.
her love. They
Yeah.
all say they love you too.
Oh my god, it's popping out now.
Lauren's so
Jesus.
cute. Love you, Lauren.
Love you.
Alright, anyway, so Fultrum
You didn't tell her that I love her.
Oh, Vivi Lauren says she loves you.
Fultrum
Thank you
swans
very
in
much.
with this this warhammer across his belt and the iron oak shield. You all turn to face him.
Damn handsome dwarf. Whatever seen
Damn
one.
handsome dwarf. So I think we found the book. Do you
Okay.
remember? Do you remember the dwarf Rollo?
We think as it's
Yeah.
sitting on the table.
Is it?
No,
Well,
I was gonna
yeah.
say.
the book.
No, you
The book is most.
just said you put it on
No,
the
the
table.
book is no. That's Reiner's boots on the table. The book is most certainly not with you.
Oh.
No.
We definitely lost that.
Voice of the book.
Well, someone definitely lost that.
So remember the dwarf Rollo and the injuries he sustained.
Hmm.
His caravan was destroyed 2 days after he departed back to South March.
No, not Rollo.
And apparently there was a pillar of purple flame
Uh-oh.
down towards the southern mountains. And that doesn't mean anything to me, but apparently that's quite significant.
Yeah.
So
So-
we need to go south quite
As-
soon.
As the group's digesting this, Gerwar walks in with a
God.
hobbling dwarf at his side. This dwarf is pretty mangled up and injured. He's missing his left eye, his left hand, and he's got like a stump and a crutch as he like waddles in. He's still wearing this like half dented chest piece, but no helmet. Gerwar, do you want to introduce dwarven name? Finley.
This is Finley, son of Timley,
Oh, God.
daughter of Tomley.
Hello there. I've actually fought alongside all of you back at the crag. I was horrendously injured, but luckily for you, you can hardly fucking notice it. So, I'm in charge now and been instructed by this here orcish boy Gerwar. He like nods towards Gerwar. In order to guide and be your guide to the southern mountains where my liege and heir reside. They left me behind and they left in a mad rush, and as my injuries were still healing at Hardhome. And he like bows to the ladies at the table, and then when he sees Scribbles sitting in like so Scribbles is at the end of the table, not even sitting down, just standing. So the table's here, and he's like, oh, gets a bit startled to just see two massive impish eyes peeking over.
They are very wide, impish eyes. Very black.
Gerwar, do you want to bid your farewell?
I will.
Can I like
try and do a voice? Wait, 1 second.
go and walk off with him as well?
The group of you. I'm midway through a commission which I have self-indulged for you. I need another 2 weeks, and then I will have a gift for each and every one of you. Is there anything else that you, as individual members, would like an artificer to create? Is there anything that you'd particularly like that you don't think you can afford to just stumble across?
You imagine that's the bar. You just see a hand.
Yep. Go small one.
I have a waystone, which can only teleport myself, and it's highly unreliable. But do you think that your artificer could perhaps design some kind of containment field that would allow me to use it, not necessarily frequently, but just with accuracy?
Quite possibly, but wouldn't your best bet be to just acquire more?
So I'll explain. So Scribbles has a corrupted waystone. So this is a complete different to the one that Chess is carrying. Chess is gold and Scribbles is purple, and it's like this oozing corrupted waystone that effectively allows him to blink small distances in combat, or it's very rarely transport him and sometimes other people, but it's kind of corrupted and chaotic, and it's not always accurate. And I would say to Scribbles that it is impossible to uncorrupt, unfortunately.
Yeah, my recommendation would be to acquire more. I believe they're held in a tower in Midland, which shouldn't be too beyond this party.
No. Okay, and then my other hand is gonna go.
So both your arms are.
Both. I'm just like this now. Can I please have a collar for my sheep?
Yeah, I want one for Hestia, but it has like a tracking in it.
I want one for Bleety that gives +1 armor and fluffiness, please.
Okay, make a note and then DM me. Anyone else? I believe I will then take my leave if there is no other requests.
Okay,
I
so
do.
I'm just going to run with him when he leaves. I've got quite a list. We'll talk about that later.
No, you got to do it in front of the party. I've got people messaging me privately, and like, nope, no, it's got to be public. Got to
No.
publicly announce.
all right, can I say mine, even
I
though I'm not
asked-
there?
What? I've got one.
Go for it, Lauren.
I've got one.
Okay, Lauren first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Kind of like. So what? It can be made. Like I can. Just
Yes, it
ask
with like
for something
minor
like-
enchantment at
If
most.
possible. Okay. If possible, kind of like a magic mirror. So when I ask, I can ask the mirror to locate someone or look at someone.
That I'm just gonna say that is a thing, and that is way beyond Go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
way
that's
beyond.
like a
Oh.
legendary item.
Yeah, that's ancient elven tech. You've already
Okay.
seen one, remember, when you met
Okay.
the White Witch.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I want one.
Yeah, but they're huge.
No, not like a
They're-
massive mirror, like a
no,
little
I know they
pocket
they're,
mirror.
they're huge. Unfortunately,
Right.
they are like the size of a wall.
a compact mirror.
Alex, do I have permission? Because
Okay.
I did technically mention it in a prior thing that Angel left a note for Goa. Maybe Ryder could give it to him or something.
It depends
Yeah.
because Angel's gonna meet Inventor and Tinkerer anyway.
No, this one was for
I
Goa
also have
specifically.
a bag of pocket sand.
Okay. And yes, yeah.
He basically his note
Whoa,
said.
do you want me to pass it along?
Okay, Max, I guess you can. Let me type it to you.
And
That's in
Scribbles,
canon.
you can put sand in your own pocket.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
this is going to be kind
I
of
want it
awkward,
made.
but
I'm pretty sure it's what I know, right?
Can I just get some prettier face jewelry, actually?
okay, I've sent
For
it
all my
to you.
piercings?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Right,
Diamond
so
encrusted bag of pocket
I'll
sand.
go up to Goa and I'll be like, right, okay. So, as an archer, I was thinking there should be some ways I could use my arrows with a little bit more utility. So I was thinking something like smoke arrows, if that would be possible. Fire them and
What
then
do you
they.
want such a smoke arrow to do?
So you fire it at a place and then it creates a whole load of smoke. So that's
Yeah, we
said.
can do that.
Yeah.
Should be able to do that.
I'd quite like you to teach me or like give me instructions on how to make fire arrows, so I can make that.
Mhm.
I was thinking like rope/hook arrows, so I could fire them up or somewhere and then traverse and not break my legs.
All right, Reiner. You might as well just give him a
Um,
shopping list at this point.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I mean, this is all gonna cost. this is,
I can
this
give
is
you
not
fire
cheap.
arrows.
The dwarf sits down. Is
I
legs
can give you fire arrows.
aching.
Just
Water arrows. I don't know if that's a thing. If we
so
could think about something like
it'll
that.
just be a bag of water, like a balloon. Why have you
Maybe
done
not.
that?
like
Diamond
every element of
encrusted
arrows
pocket
that you
sand.
can have.
And then there was one last thing that Angel did discuss with me. Just kind of leans in and goes, well, he would kind of like something so he doesn't make every single woman he fucks pregnant.
The bar goes quiet. Everyone turns to it and looks at Reiner, and the lady serving the ales just goes, puts down the tray and walks off back into the kitchen. Not in my bar. It's 9 a.m. for goodness sake. And she walks off.
I feel like that's his responsibility.
Thank you.
Angel's ears
Kill
burn as
me.
he's singing Midgard.
Okay, I put pull-out game on a list of thing Angel wants. Okay, that's a list. I think we can achieve that. I'll let you know where I am, but I will try and be with you in 2 weeks to drop off this gift.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck, champions.
It's nice
And
seeing
then
you again.
Gerwell's gonna go.
Goodbye, Gerwa.
See ya.
Oh, I just
Nice
thought
to meet
something
you,
so
Juggle.
much
Right,
more
right.
useful. Oh, well.
Ultram didn't say
Yeah.
goodbye. That's very rude.
Frey's gonna turn to the table.
Ultram
like,
don't know him.
Frey's just gonna be like.
Ultram just pointing as he goes.
Yeah, sorry, Lauren.
Yeah, Frey's just gonna be like, I can't believe you can't get me my compact mirror, but you can get everything else.
Well, ask for something reasonable, woman.
I didn't get what I wanted.
Yes, water arrow.
What? It wasn't like the magic mirror. It was more like just so I can track someone.
What, track someone? Track like the enemy
yeah.
to find out exactly where the enemy is. But it seems
No,
a little
not
bit
just
OP.
the enemy.
It's good
How,
to be
how
back.
about we can create a little beeping device for you?
A
You can press it
certain
and it beeps if
person.
they're nearby.
Oh, sorry, Ryan. I didn't realise after your shopping list of every element of an arrow,
Yeah.
when I asked for one thing,
Good to see the team's still on a good
Frey gets up
synergy.
and just walks to the bar.
Fine, just puts his feet back on the table and starts drinking.
I'm gonna rummage around on the floor for some sand and a bag and a pocket.
Finley,
Lu-
what news do you have for us?
Well, no news, lads, that other than you've already heard, but I can tell you what's happening in the world right now if that's what you're requesting. Midland is currently going through its own troublesome woes. The Festival of Solace, it begins in about a month, maybe 5 weeks, and so they're preparing a great feast to usher in the end of autumn and the beginning of winter. Obviously, it's a big sacrifice to Solace and these pesky human gods. No offense, lads, as he turns to the ones on the other table. And no offense to half of you there, Rainer. Then we've got the issue at the Tower of Zilioth. Recently, it was reclaimed by the commanders of the Templars after an uprising of mages. Very interesting. Lake Town has been resettled, and the smoky, fearsome Baron rising from the dead's gone, which is fantastic for Midland. The elves have been doing extra activity near Oscath, and Lazarus, apparently one of the lords there, has gone missing. His family are dead. Very interesting. In terms of Ansia, what a great beginning to Henry's reign. Unfortunately, my own people are what's troubling me. They say Gerwal rode south and followed my liege Rollo, and a giant pillar of flame shone out, quite like when your Missy here, and points to Freya, opened that book. No doubt Rollo's interest has piqued him to open it once more, and I fear what may be becoming of them. There's evil magic there, but us dwarves are hardy folk, and he taps Ultram on the chest with his good hand. But who knows what evil that could usher in, especially with us whispering that the Cult of Moor has reclaimed its home in the very south of the southern mountain ridge.
This missing lord, I don't suppose there's a bounty on his retrieval.
Not that I'm aware. Lazarus is a very interesting place. It's a bit of the scummy side of Midland, if you don't pardon me saying. The humans there are odd folk that tend to fight in the streets. I believed it was gang run. However, they claim to be 4 families. Each one controls a corner of the town. And now one of them has been run out of the city. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
The apple falls and rolls on the floor.
Good.
So, lads, if you're not going south back to the southern mountains today, I will have to meet up with you somewhere other time. Or we can all just sit in this awkward silence here for a little bit longer. This is
I like
Can I
your
just
side.
get a beer and just shove it in his face so he just drinks that?
I don't drink anymore, lad. It brings out the demon in me, and I'm already struggling to walk, as you can tell, because I've got no left leg. And he just stares at Reiner.
Can I just like plump him up and then plonk him on a seat?
Did Reiner do it? What have I missed?
Now, you've probably got so much catching up to do, so I'll just sit here and enjoy this beautiful chicken and leek pie, while you talk amongst yourselves.
Sounds good.
Okay.
No doubt you've all got such great information to share with one another.
Man,
Give us a chance, damn
I
it.
don't have any information. All I need to do at some point is go to Hard Home to see
I've got some information.
thingy.
Oh, lass, please tell me what's yours.
We're too British. We're all waiting for the next other person to talk.
This is what it's like when Angel's not filling up the room with hot air. You're all so
Yeah.
used to him just
Please,
blabbling.
let's let
Okay.
the lady talk. He takes a slice of his chicken pie.
Leland just sort of picks up Hestia and is just stroking her
Oh, Jesus Christ! He falls off his chair.
like this, and she gets kind of distant in her eyes. Oh no, is my Wi-Fi gone? That has
No,
He's,
you're
he's
still there.
struggling. He's on the floor
Okay.
struggling. His crutch has gone flying. That's a bloody silver beat griffin. What the hell have you got that inside for? That'll pick your eyes out, lassie.
That's just Hestia. She's my cute little baby.
Hestia hops on the table and like Hestia's now like the size of like Sparrow, Charlie's dog. So
Big griffin.
she's like quite getting quite chunky and like a bit gangly in the leg, and her
Nice.
wings have started to feather and like they're no longer.
Freya's just like poking her nose while she's on the table and giving her kissy
Hestia's
faces.
like going, like
Yeah,
She
that's
noises
what I
yet?
mean.
Can she
She's
caw?
like-
yeah, she caws and like kind of meows and gurgles and cheeps and stuff. But her
Mm.
wings are starting to drop her baby feathers, and so like the fluffy feathers keep coming out and like attaching to people.
Yeah, okay, so Leland just grabs like a piece of dried meat from her pocket and feeds it to Hestia. And
Right, while you're doing
yeah.
this, get a glass of wine.
Oh, you could have put my
So-
charger down for me.
a while ago,
The camera died.
No,
Oh.
just get to my charger. Still listening, Chess.
basically a large ship has pulled up in the town, in Maiden Town, and I've been informed that someone on board has a monster hunter has information on a basilisk.
Basilisk?
That's
Mm.
important.
We need a basilisk tooth, don't we?
Mhm.
Venom.
Not venom.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's from
So
Argon.
Let's go talk.
yeah, ideally we want to find out where that takes us.
Yeah.
What were the other things that Alex said? Because I definitely missed it. I zoned out completely.
I
It
told
was
everyone
the-
about what happened with the lady dwarf that I found.
No.
You kind of have.
Yeah.
Okay. I met a lady dwarf.
The
She also might be the antagonist to this entire thing, so maybe a
Well-
minor detail, but she was a lady dwarf. That I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway,
You stole
she's
her
that
stuff.
dwarven dwarf witch person.
Oh,
Yeah.
the white one.
Yeah. No.
yeah. So she's a female dwarf magic user, and I reckon that purple flame probably has quite a fair bit to do with her, because that sounds very similar to the magic that I saw her absorbing.
So the purple flame is the book opening.
Yes,
And
but
then an Aryan coming through, whatever that is.
mhm.
From the sounds of it, that is if it's a magic user who's a dwarf, it is quite possibly one of the biggest, baddest, evil girls we'll have come across in this campaign. So you've got,
not a nice person. She was getting younger
yeah.
as well.
Oh,
Oh,
getting younger. That's new.
She was old, very old. But I was watching the whatever she was absorbing be absorbed, and as she was doing it, she was getting younger.
So apparently the Templars are active again. I don't know who they are, but got
They
mentioned.
don't like magic. I remember
Yeah,
that.
and they've been confiscating all the waystones,
Ooh.
and therefore, if we want to get more, that's realistically where we need to go.
Mm. Realistically, though, if we're going to go
Alex,
there, you
Alex, check
basically
your
can't use magic
DM
at
with
all
me real quick.
because they nullify it.
Mhm.
That's what I remember.
That's interesting. I do like from Vulture's
Did
point of
Angel
view-
tell me anything before he left?
Angel, no, I don't think so. We just, you cock slapped me and all that,
Nice little hard time.
I basically said to you what I said to everyone else, that I was going to the Robin HQ. And then I'll deal with that on at a later date.
I
Very
think
nice.
going to rescue the book is probably Vulture's priority because
I'm just going to say that Timmy is probably Scribble's priority.
Well, Leaf, before he left, told me that, that ancient scroll that we've got, my father has 2, and we've got 1, and he knows possibly what collecting all of them will do, and is asking for us to go to him.
Where is
Wait,
he?
He's in the woods where all the elves live.
Oscar.
Oscath.
Oh, so that's near Lazarus. So that's near possibly where
quite
the
a
book
nice
is.
path from going south, Lazarus, Oscath.
Where's Timmy?
Yeah,
Tommy?
where's Timmy?
Where did you leave him, Scribbles?
Where did you leave him?
He was in a cave with some orcs. Honestly, that's the
Goblins.
best I can do. Goblins. Yeah, you see, I didn't even got the wrong gender.
The species.
Right.
The northern part of the mountain in the Badlands.
Oh
Exactly
god,
what
that's
the-
so far away.
Exactly what the
So
voice of
far
the world said. Luckily, I have a personal waystone, and it can work with return journeys. So I might YOLO that and just see if it can do.
You have a corrupt waystone that sends you in all sorts of places that you don't mean to go. Is that what you mean?
Exactly like Angel's penis, but it seemed to work all right for him. And I think that, to be fair, I don't want there to be other penises going in Timmy or Timette, which, to be honest, right now I'm not so sure. I've never inspected, so I kind of feel like I owe him a debt to save him.
It's a child, but we
You
can
talk
brush
about
past
orcs.
that. Goblins.
Goblins, sorry.
Right. So what have I missed? What's the party's plan?
I want to use the waystone to teleport to Timmy.
Jesus.
I kind of want to check out this basilisk.
Yeah, we'll find
Uh,
out about the basilisk and where that's going to be.
But
And
also,
then-
I'm quite interested in going very, very north and seeing the elves again. Because Lunan hasn't seen them in a very, very long while.
again,
And I haven't seen my father in a very long while.
book, then maybe elves. Because I think it is quite important that we get the book.
But
The
then
book is something
we
we
can
can
bump into.
stop.
If we go to the elves, we can
now.
bump into Leaf and we can get reinforcement when we go
The
to get
longer
the book.
you leave
I'm
the
still on the
book,
floor
the
if anyone's
worse it's
capable
gonna
of
get.
helping me up, by the way.
Lunan picks him up by the scruff of his neck.
He's a heavy dwarf. He's in armor still. He struggles.
I'll do a strength check.
He's struggling to stand, yet still wearing
Sure.
full
I got a
armor.
6.
He struggles to his feet whilst being picked up. Is leaning heavily on the table and with his elbow. He gets back in his chair and kind of shoots a glance at Hestia as he slides his pie over to her in order to keep her at bay. And Hestia dives face first into it, just pecking this pie to death, sending crumbs and leaks everywhere.
Okay, well, first things first, can we find out where this bloody basilisk is? Because
Yeah.
That's something that doesn't really affect time. Like saving Timmy, the sooner we do that, the better.
Yeah, but we still need to know where
Grimoire,
it
the
is.
sooner we do that, the better. Basilisk Venom doesn't really affect time in any way, shape, or form. It basically just opens a quest line. Elves, I feel like we can do that at any time. And
I think number one is get book.
Hmm.
But I do want to find out where the basilisk is while the guy's in town, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then we can always
But it's
go
like,
into
we
it
can
later
find
on.
out.
We can split up right now because I need to do some shopping. And then I can go find the details, and then we can meet up at the end of the day.
I'm just saying, I can just YOLO this roll now on the Waystone, and like
I
I'll
might
leave
as well
you
give
back.
you my I might as well give you my proper Waystone, the one that actually works.
This Waystone works a bit more with my magic though, so I can kind of,
Okay.
even if I don't actually know where Timmy is because
We
of
won't be
the
seeing scribbles for the next like 2 months.
nah, like that's not the intention, but because I kind of
But probably will happen.
basically people are talking who just don't know what they're talking about. So the corrupted Waystone works because I've got dark magic. So if I kind of know where I want to go, even if I don't actually know exactly where it is, it can still take me there. Or it can take me into the anus of a troll. So honestly, we're rolling the dice here, but I think let's give it a go.
Before you give it a go, Alex.
I give it a
like
go
the Lord
right
Master,
now,
like-
literally immediately. I do it now.
He's such a cunt.
So
That's a
impatient.
Good
He's
chance
so
to get a
impatient.
drink.
All I wanted to know is there was some way of like birds transporting messages or something, so we could find out if he was successful or not and send a message to like Lazarus or whatnot. But no.
No, you
No.
just skedaddled. I'm gonna go
Really
shopping
fail.
for things.
Okay, go shopping.
I'll join you on that.
Yeah, I need to get some things for my backpack. So I've realised lacking in a few things.
Money wise, we have not been told how much money we've had
No.
since forever. So I'm
Vulture
guessing we
has
just got
2 gold.
The last time Lunan's looked, she's got 32 gold.
Oh,
She hoards.
that still doesn't feel like very much.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
we no
We
because
just
we
paid the
were
king.
paid by the Griffin, which I'm pretty sure none of us actually got, apart from maybe someone.
Yeah, there's 15 in
ordered
the
it.
overall one. Somewhere.
I wouldn't be
I've got it
surprised if
somewhere.
Angel took all of it.
And then we got paid for something else.
I hope we got paid for this. Fucking saved a whole city.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure we did.
that's a fair point.
I think Alex just assumes that we're well off,
Yeah.
unless
Just don't
we're.
question it. It'd be like, I've got like 100 gold. You'd be like, okay.
Very good. But yeah, we might do that.
Right, so you two want to go see the elves.
Yeah.
I think we need to get the book before we see the elves.
Yeah, I think book is
Anybody's
quite...
gonna know
I
about
would
the
say,
book,
yeah,
it's gonna be
book
the elves.
first.
I just want to
Okay.
see elves, more
Where's the
elves
book?
and stuff.
It's south,
It's on the
So-
northern mountain pass, isn't it?
southern mountains. So
Oh,
between like the crag and South March, if we keep going like towards the mountains from there, I reckon we'll find it.
I mean, we might as well go to what was it? What was in Lazarus?
Lazarus was like a gang warfare, from the sounds of it, where the leader of the town had gone missing or something. And then Osgath is where the elves are. So if there is a way of going from like South March to Lazarus to Osgath, that makes a lot of sense. But it would be cross country.
Might
There's
be
also-
worth
There might
going
be some
Osgarth, then
Northern
Lazarus.
mines.
There's also a quest in by the elves as well. They're doing some thing. I remember Alex was saying.
Mhm.
I'm just thinking it might be worth waiting to go to Lazarus until we have Angel back, because I feel like a
Oh
gang,
god, no.
gang
don't bring
war
him
and all
there.
that might
Don't
be
bring
kind
him
of
back. Is that what I just heard?
Angel's theme. I just said gang related stuff and thought Robbins that might be a good name to drop in. Might make it things easier for us.
Let's
That's
do
what we
as
can see
much
elsewhere.
as
Right,
possible.
Tom,
for
I'm going to
Angel.
ask a big question. Are you going to play a new character, or
Well, I mean,
is Angel coming back?
my brain is solely focused on the fact that I didn't ask for like a cool metallic, like something to replace my finger. Why did I not do that when Gerwa was asking what people want built? But thankfully,
Yeah, but you're going to your
Yeah,
own technician.
I am
so-
going to my own technician, so I think that is what I'm going to do as a priority. Bloody hell.
Why don't you do the assassin blade?
That's what I was
from-
thinking. I mean, he is an assassin, so you know that would be
That
pretty
was
sick.
cool.
And then I could channel lightning through it like a Chidori.
like fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah,
You should also learn some
but a murderer.
like first aid in case someone's heart stops, and then you can just shock them.
Ooh,
Oh, I do like that idea.
oh my god, a
Or you can just
defib.
start punching Voltrim nearby and just let the collateral do it.
Just chuck the body on Voltrim and that might work.
Oh man. Well, to answer your question, it kind of depends on what you guys decide to do. But the only reason I took Angel away is because, like, with the whole
He would've.
the elder thing, and like in character, he has to go and like see what he's just become in charge of, and hopefully we'll come back with like cool new stuff for us all. Well, yeah. But I do have other people ready just in case you like opt certain stuff, you know. I'd like it if you just chose to catch up to Angel. What?
Yeah.
Just take the choice out of your hands.
Yeah, we're gonna follow Angel, go to his home. Oh, you're DMing me, Max. Why are you DMing me? We're in a conversation, not even in game.
I was just gonna say, is Lazarus where we meet your second character?
Isn't it Lazarus? Lazarus.
That's the yes.
I can't tell you. No, I just know this stuff from the map.
There's this massive popping sound. Is this? By the way, when Charlie left, he took half the kitchen table and the table behind with the two guardsmen by accident. Anyway, so
He
when
took people with him.
Yeah, by accident. There's this massive re-popping, and Scribbles arrives completely drenched, head to toe, in this like swampy. It stinks like piss of shit. And with him is this hunchbacked, like malnourished, pale, long-haired, half-beaten to death boy.
Oh no.
And he's like, Master, and he vomits, like throwing up worms.
It's all right, Timmy. We'll get you some leek pie right away.
Can I slide him along
over
the table
for
of
him.
beer?
Can I just grab him and take him upstairs to shower him? Because he's a fucking child who's dirty.
Scribbles took half the table, so the table just all your food slid down.
The pie!
Right to Timmy, and I'm going to say, don't worry, dinner's served. Let him eat, and then he can clean himself up. Also, I may have got 2 guards melted by sandworm acid, and I also may have rotted a goblin king to death, so there's going to be some issues later on down the line. But Timmy's safe, and it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Timmy's like shaking. He's so like he's been in this cave for so long. He's like his eyes at the light. He's like,
Can I put my cloak on him and then put like the hood over his eyes and then like shove a beer in his face?
He's a kid!
He's literally
He's a kid!
Yeah, and he sounds like he needs a drink, right?
He's malnourished. He needs food.
God.
Lulan's gonna hand feed him, like very slowly, like a baby. Like
Yeah, just give him some food. I have no objection to him being fed and washed.
when you left me, I was very confused as to why you just said, "I'll be right back," and then left the cave. The goblins didn't stop you, and then you've been gone for about a month. But I was doing the training you taught me. And he like opens up his hands, and this flower like blossoms in his hand, and it grows as this beautiful sunflower.
Timmy, I'm so proud of you. You won't believe the month I've had, but I know it's gonna sound.
The month you had!
You had 2 weeks of chilling.
I know it's going to sound very, very hard to believe right now, but this is all part of my elaborate training scheme for you, and the suffering you've been through over the last month is going to make you stronger than you ever could have been otherwise. I'm proud of you, boy. You made it.
My parents proud as well.
You will. You will.
I just start pointing at Vulture.
I feel I'm going to slowly put Max's hand down and say the boy's had enough for 1 month.
Perhaps on our next adventure we can go via Hard Home, and I can show my mum and pa how much magic I've learned.
I think you should, and we can learn even more about the throes of life and death and the path of it all, Timmy. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Master. I
That's
sure
my
hope
pleasure.
there's no bad news. I'm at my wit's end with it.
Timmy, there is fantastic news right in front of you. 2 pies and hot bath waiting upstairs. Let's
Mrs.
focus.
Lulan, I see your egg has hatched. He goes to.
I'm sorry, Lulan and Freya aren't actually here right now.
Oh.
yeah, we are. Well, we are at the moment.
Yeah,
we haven't left yet. We are
When did
waiting
they
for.
leave?
We were waiting.
In the
didn't.
space, yeah, they went shopping.
No,
because...
not yet.
No, I said
we-
I need to go shopping.
Okay.
Look, I'm just going to focus on getting Timmy to a point where he's not on death's door. So I'm going to give him some
Mind if
food.
we get a room, sir, so I can bathe? They wouldn't let me use the toilet for a month.
Of
I'll-
course. Of course.
I'll help with you with Timmy upstairs because I'm
Yeah.
a lot larger
Chloe's
than
just
you. And I
sitting
can
there,
carry a
like,
child.
Yeah, I feel like
Questioning
that's.
why she is still with you guys.
I'm just
Uh,
gonna leave and find out stuff about the basilisk.
Okay, so Timmy, Lulan, and Scribbles rent a room, and well, to go to Lulan's room upstairs to bathe Timmy.
And he's been fed. He's eaten, basically.
Yeah. So what does the other members of the party want to do while that's happening?
I
I'd
also
like
need
to
to go
find the
shopping.
location of this basilisk. So we get
While,
that ticked
while
off,
you were
we know again.
gone, Alex, Chess said information about someone who came into town, and Max is basically trying to tell you that he wants to go talk to that guy.
Okay, so Reiner, you leave the inn. Are you taking it on with you, or is anyone going to go with Reiner, or is he just swanning off?
I was gonna grab a bottle as I go, and everybody can join if they want.
So
No,
Reiner,
I'm just gonna walk off
you
and
walk
walk.
into town, and you see that like people are starting to like come out of their homes and go about their day. You see Bleaty's. Oh my god, what the hell's in my pocket? Oh, this has been in the wash with tissues in it. Oh no. As you walk around town, you see Bleaty wearing his like war armor, just galloping past you, and some kids are chasing him and like laughing and giggling, and Bleaty just rides completely completely outpacing them.
I'll just let Beatty do a thing.
All right.
We'll collect her in a bit.
So Reiner, you're walking to the docks on the northern side of town. Voltrim, Freya, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go shopping.
I'll go with it.
Okay.
I need to go shopping too afterwards.
Do you have a list that we can go?
I do have a list. I'll give it to
I
Freya.
don't. But okay.
All right, we can just say you washed Timmy and he's asleep.
Okay,
So you can
then
go
I'm
with-
joining.
Cool. Scribbles, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go and mount Bleaty, and I think I'll follow along with the party to find out a bit more about the basilisk, because I do think it'd be good for me to know a bit more about what's been happening.
So as you do like a war whistle, Bleaty arrives, and Bleaty's still wearing this like orcish designed helmet with like the four mounted mohawk spikes, and he's also got like vembrace. Is it vembraces on his legs, and has like metal boots on his back legs, and Bleaty's been like shaved to this war pattern on his side, and even now has like a weird little back part to his saddle that no one quite knows how it's got there. This like metal casing on the back of his back.
I'm gonna
Bleaty's
feed him.
also now very hench.
I'm gonna feed him a few carrots and pat him and say, "Good Bleaty,
Bleaty just swallows them whole, basically,
good Bleaty."
and like lets out this like as you mount in. So as you ride into town, Rhino, you're approaching this dock, and there's this like frigate ship weighed and anchored at the end of the dock. You see Trebuchet Tom like looking out. The wind's picking up his cloak, but he's looking quite like greyed in the face and a bit malnourished. He's still healing from being half eaten alive by rats.
Yeah, feel like that.
Ah, Reiner, it's good to see you, my friend. Come join me. He like pats the side of the wall.
Okay. Can I like pat him on the back and join him?
Fat Bob gave you the frying pan, I see, as he looks at your rucksack with the frying pan hanging off the side of it.
That ball.
Did he give it to me or did I take it?
Well, I don't know.
I'm
being
pretty
polite
sure it
about
was-
rats.
Dead at the time.
Well, you saved his life, so
I
no
took
doubt
it as a
he would.
memento to remember him. He was a fine man.
Yes, and an excellent chef. I hope your chefing brings as much encouragement to your squad as Fat Bob's did to ours.
I hope so too. Although I very much doubt it. Although this frying pan will carry memories on to the future.
You must be here for the Argonian, or the Argon, Argonite. That's it. We can't quite say Argonian because I'm pretty sure that's copyrighted by Oblivion. You must be here for the Argonite, the monster hunter.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Rob asked me to keep an eye on him so he doesn't cause any trouble. He's an interesting chap. He's at the inn there and points to this like the rust bucket. It's this like basically piss poor, like cheapest inn or tavern right on the dock side, where there's quite clearly some dock workers just drinking outside already at 9 a.m. in the morning.
God, you're saying as I've got a bottle of like whatever in my hand.
Well, that wasn't Tom talking. That was just the DM. But...
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Just thanks, yeah.
No, you have it from here, Rhino. I need some more rest. This cold air gets to my bones. And he like pats you on the back and like starts limping off down back towards the main part.
I say goodbye and be well.
He just waves.
Yeah, okay. Can I go into the piss bucket?
As you enter the rust bucket, you see like a fire burning, and there's some woman, and she just spits into a mug and starts cleaning it. Alright, darling. She's got like this heavy-breasted woman with like a tattoo of a cherry on her like left breast, and like she's got her hair pulled back, and she's very wrinkled, and has this like kind of crooked nose. I can get you, love.
All right. And then
You sure we got some great ale on tap here? And she like pours one and then like just downs it, this entire pint in like a second, and then slams it on. You want some, darling?
Do you know about an Argonian?
An Argonite?
An Argonite.
Yeah, we don't get many of them around these parts in Anonsol, but he's that chap over there, and like around the corner, right next to the fire, there's this like hooded figure fast asleep with his boots up on a stool.
Okay. Can I say thank you? Well, thank you.
Yeah, love, that's 10 gold.
Can I just turn around and walk off?
Oh, I'll remember this. I'll remember. Old Betty always remembers.
Yeah, just ignoring her. I just walk over, like, sit on the stool that's next to the table, then also kind of like fud my feet up on the stool. The same stool that he's got his
Hold
on.
a second. What's your dex again?
10.
Your feet knock the stool over, and he's rudely awakened.
What? I've got such a good dex.
I grab him by the throat and lift him up.
What's your strength?
There we go.
My strength is 10.
Yeah, you eat. You just Ryan is.
I've got a chance to react though, no?
That's way too quick. Your more main concern is that you knocked over the stool and like you were about to knock. It was about to hit a gold like just cauldron that's hanging in the corner. And you're like, oh, the sound! And like before you can even react, this Argonite grabs you by the neck. Like this. Are you blue or red, Tom?
I will stick it in the profile thing right now. I am blue.
Oh, you can all share your character cards, by the way. None of you have actually seen each other's, so.
Well, you've all seen mine, haven't you?
Stuck him on there. For you.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. So
Hey,
this
like
blue scale hand like lifts you. The cloak billows away to reveal like
Can
a
I-
bulging bicep.
Hang on,
can I
before
lift up the bottle that I've got in my hand and kind of offer it?
Oh, interesting. As I lift you, I go, "You insolent fool!" And then I do a look and just see if my drink had got knocked over on the table. Like,
It hasn't.
I place him down and grab his drink from him. Why do you wake me, half-blood?
I hear you have information of a basilisk.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Depends on whether or not I get a few more of these. Glug, 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 glug. And they sit back down.
The man wants a glass of water, apparently.
I mean, I'm not just gonna give the guy free alcohol.
Plus, you didn't
Tell
pay
me
for
what
the
you
one that you
know.
did get. Like,
I mean, how do I know your information's worthy?
You are the one coming to me. I was quite happy sleeping, and I will quite happily go back to my slumber.
With alcohol, the longer it's fermented, the more potent it becomes and the higher the strength of it is, right?
Yeah, Scribbles, you're not in the inn right now. Are you trying to share this
He's
information with them?
chatting with Timmy. Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm absent-mindedly just stroking Bleaty and saying this out loud. It's just a general thought.
While
I'm
you're
heading-
tracing behind the two elven girls and the dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Do I?
Let's go back to the meeting Dravek. So,
He's,
Ryan,
he's gonna put his hood back up. And...
As Max and Alex secretly start chatting to each other, not obviously.
So
I'm gonna keep
as you
one
put your
eye
hood back-
open.
As you put your hood back up, Reiner kicks.
What?
You're gonna really stick. All right. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh god. You're gonna watch. Fro's gonna be at the store
problem
and
is
she's just gonna see
Reiner went-
Reiner come out the freaking door, thrown
That's
out.
a deliberate reason why I gave Lulan this quest, but we'll brush past that. Okay, so
I was
Lula-
gonna go there eventually.
Reiner kicks the stool out from under Dravek, and just as Dravek is about to hit the floor, Reiner like dashes forwards and catches Dravek in this like romantic fashion almost. Like he goes down on one knee and catches Dravek by his collar.
I
And
mean, it
under
wasn't
his-
meant to be romantic. It was meant to be a show of power, but okay.
What the fuck? Try and get him off.
Dravek's
Try and-
insane strength lifts Reiner up and like kind of by the collar and crotch and just plows Reiner straight into this like this beautiful ornate collection of cauldrons that the innkeeper's kept, and this loud crashing and banging as they all go flying and rolling around. Betty, this she's even bigger than you'd expected, walks out from behind this bar, like struggling to get out from the last bit. What the bloody hell is this? And she runs around.
Jarrett's gonna hold his hand up, get out his, his little wallet bag thing they have, and he's just gonna flicker 2 gold. Flicker 2 gold.
She catches the gold, bites into it, bites into the other one. She's like, "You've got to pick them up. That's gonna take me about half a bloody hour."
We did not mean to cause any trouble, but this
No, you-
one interrupted my sleep.
Now you listen here, Argonite. I've served 2 of your kind. You're number 2. The first one, put that bloody hole in the building, and there's like this like lizard-shaped hole that's been actually boarded up. Your kind, not everyone's a big fan of. All right. So you do any more, and I'm calling the town guards, and your head's gonna come off. And you, and he looks at Reiner, who's like, you've got a pot on your head as you like pull off this cauldron off your head. Now you, half-blood, you're gonna be a champion, so why don't you bloody act like one?
Dravek's gonna fucking put his hood up and he's gonna storm out of here into the streets.
I'll go storm out after
He
him.
doesn't want to be berated by an old woman.
Old! she starts like chasing.
Boss battle initiate.
Yeah, you best not come back here. If I even see you again, I'm gonna call the guards. They're gonna take your head, and I'm gonna request it to hang above mantelpiece. Now, fuck off! As she like slams the door, and the clothesline flips round.
God. I'm gonna
just
turn
peeking
around
at
to
you.
Reiner and go, "You wanna know about a basilisk, correct?
Really?
Well, I'm gonna fucking kill it. That's all you have to know." And he's gonna turn and start walking again.
Alright, good luck dying on your own, bruv.
All right. You know what? You fight with dishonor and sneakiness, and you deserve to be squashed like an insect that you are, vermin. How about a one-on-one challenge to the death?
Can this point, can like Lulan, Freya, and like
I'm
Heska just be like
so
messing
tempted.
around and walking and seeing this commotion in the
No,
like...
hold on. You're having a shopping montage. On
No,
the
yeah,
other
but
side of
it's
the
no, that's what I mean. We're having our shopping montage
Yeah.
and it's ruined by this commotion.
It's like you
that's
bought
going-
guys
extra,
were
like,
shopping.
little trousers.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
she's
she's
got
got,
like
little
vulture
collar.
skipping. Bleaty and like Scribbles are riding behind, like their cloak billowing.
This is
And then
like the
just cuts
street
back to-
next door.
Yeah.
Just to confirm, Timmy is safely sleeping in a hotel room right now.
Yeah, on the other side of town. Yeah.
Good.
I agree to your stupid duel. Wait.
God's sakes.
What are you typing, mate? Come on, there it is.
So wait, where are me? And
Yeah,
Leland
can we
then?
interrupt? Can we,
Yeah, can we-
bump
can-
into this?
Can we bump into
so-
it?
So as Dravik like rips off
That's
his
not spell right, but yeah.
desperately not spell right. Dravik like rips off his cloak and it like flies in the wind. And you see this like hench like lizard man with this like this. Wait, you're blue, aren't you? Sorry.
I'm blue. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Sorry,
blue
I
tail,
wore
like,
the wrong
lash-
colour t-shirt. Clearly.
Yeah, it's confusing the hell out of me. This blue tail like lashes out from behind him, and you see on his back is this like twin-bladed weapon. It is twin-bladed, isn't it?
It is. He's got two.
you've got
He's
another-
got that one,
yeah.
and then he's got the fucking massive cleave as well.
Yeah. So, and I like it's a halberd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at
Gosh,
the spear,
Alex, just look at the photo. You sent it.
and he like he draws this like twin blade and starts spinning it around. And as like you're doing this like war dance, Reiner kicks your legs out from underneath you, and you land into a puddle.
You're so dishonourable.
Can I grab my sword and put it to his throat and be like, "Do you yield?"
He unsheaths his wind blade and puts it to your throat.
Can Leland sneak up behind
No,
and
wait.
like
As
blow
Leland-
daggers by Rhino and be like,
As
"Stop
Lunan
that."
goes to sneak up behind, Pro stops Lunan and goes, I have a feeling Rhino probably deserves whatever's coming to him. Just let's watch it play out. Just let's watch it play
So-
out.
What he's gonna
Okay.
do? Give me 1 second. Is
Luna's gonna pick up Hestia and just
Okay.
back up
He-
a few steps.
You've got him there, right? You've got him there. He's gonna.
You're on your knee. Well,
Dravek's gonna unhinge his jaw a little, and then a fucking water stream's gonna burst out of his mouth into your torso, just yeeting you back as an attempt.
So
to
this
drop.
this water stream is so precise and powerful, it tears straight through Reiner, leaving this like this small but firm hole in Reiner's right shoulder. Reiner's catapulted backwards and takes 2 wounds.
Wait, is
Rhino-
he catapulted towards me, Lunan?
Kind of. He lands in some little old lady's just setting up her fruit stall, and she's like, it's the last of those apples. And then Reiner just goes right
like-
through it, sending. She's like, my apples!
Like,
And it's like they start rolling away. Reiner, the wind blade spins and digs straight into the floor with this like gush of air that sends even more apples into the air, smashing the neighbouring windows.
can Frey just lean over to Rhino going, are you okay? Do you want some help?
can I just stand up and do what I text Alex?
Stop texting.
Sorry.
Can you play like verbally?
All right, okay, fuck
Max-
it.
Max-
I stand
Feels
up
best.
and I just draw my bow and just use one of my new abilities.
Oh my god, we're
which
just
is like
fucking
Frey
Frey
spin down.
just backs up, going, he's clearly
Dravik
got it.
kind of like kicks himself back to his feet
Kibble.
and goes to like badass walk over to Reiner. Reiner completely ignoring the pain now, like his hood flips over and he draws this longbow and just goes and lets loose this arrow. You completely like Dravik's laughing as it misses him and it just goes straight through his Achilles tendon and digs into the floor and Dravik just falls to one knee, letting out this like billowing pain.
You little shit! And wants to pull the arrow out. I've killed beasts much worse than you. You shall not take me down, boy.
Wow, this guy really has a lot of mucus.
He is a lizard.
He's a lizard.
He is a lizard. I thought they were kind of dry skinned.
I'm going to do a quick perception
I
check
mean,
to see
technically
how
it's
much
still my
like,
turn, isn't it?
chaos is
Well, it's
going
no
on.
turn.
Is there any
I'm
guards?
just gonna pee. I'll be 2 seconds.
No, there's no real guards at this corner of town. This is like the kind of shit shanty town.
God, I had
No.
to run into Ryan, didn't I? All right.
Yeah. Whilst he's pulling out the arrow, can I? Yeah, fuck it. To be fair, use my ult, dash behind him.
No, the sword is what
And
miles
then-
away from you in the floor.
Can we
Ah,
not use
I was-
ult and we like destroy the
wasn't
town
gonna
all over
kill it.
again? Can we just not
Lulan's
do that?
gonna-
Also,
Lulan's
use
gonna
your
walk
ult. You won't be able to
dash.
use it for the rest of this instance.
Lunan's gonna
Alright.
kind of walk up in front of the lizard man and be like, what's going on here?
Leland the peacemaker, as always.
Yeah.
Karma Leland.
Freya's just sitting there, like just standing there watching this whole.
She hasn't
thing.
got her back to either. She's kind of like side facing
Dravek's
Lizard
gonna
Man,
be
and
taken
then got
back
Rhino in face.
a bit because I don't think he's ever really encountered your kind. What are you?
Elf mate, can I give him my hand to like get him up?
Are you gonna give me a hand?
He'll accept that.
Yeah, because
I guess
we
so.
know
As
that
Dravek
Rhino,
stands, he
Rhino.
rips the arrow
Yeah,
out
we
and
know
literally
full
say,
well that Rhino's in the fault here. Like it's 100%. Hence why
My
we're not
apologies,
getting
He
involved.
started it.
but I have a piece of
No, you
shit
started it
which
by
has
kicking
started
under his
trouble
chair.
with me. That one over there. And unfortunately, I have to kill him.
Slight
Bear
problem
in mind
with
that I've got
that.
an arrow knocked. Just saying.
Bear in mind, slight problem with that.
I
He's
pulled
part
the
of our
arrow out.
party. He's a little bit of an idiot.
But you know, rough him
Um,
up a bit. You know, teach him a lesson. Totally understandable.
You should put your pets on smaller leashes. This one seems to have gone in over its head.
Someone's walking by, goes, "Awesome!"
I'm willing to let it slide this once.
Lovely. Right, do you want to come shopping with us?
I think I best leave. I have important business. As this one
Is this-
wanted to find
Hobble
out.
off then.
Is it about the basilisk?
What do you know of that?
I don't know. I've just been told that you're the man who hunts them, and we need a tooth of one. So
I see. I want to completely stop paying attention to Reiner for a second. Let me get this straight. You would be willing to fight this basilisk for the tooth?
yeah, just for a tooth.
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I thought you could do it on your own.
Rhino, it's okay.
All right.
Not a big man now, are you?
You're not in this conversation.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I
okay,
cannot
it's
let
like in here.
such disrespect pass. One moment, I'm gonna start storming back over to Reiner. You've triggered him.
Can I
He's
just
put-
grab him by his hood? Can I just grab him by his hood
He's
before
not
he starts
wearing a hood
talking?
now. He's basically.
Oh, I
shirtless.
took it off, didn't he? Can I grab him by his tail?
Oh,
No, it's a bit.
What, yeah,
That's a
you-
bit bad.
yeah, that's it, Luna.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
No, I
do
take that
that.
back. I take that back. I don't do that.
You can't
I
do
just
that. You
like
can't.
walk-
There's no take
No,
back.
you grab
D&D.
a-
Back.
I mean,
Uh,
that is
Travik
true.
grab-
That is true.
instinctively pulls it.
Can I just?
It wasn't even
I-
intentional. No.
Hold on, but yeah, as you grab his tail, for a split second, you think you hear,
Yeah.
and then he like whips you right across the the side. This old lady's like just picked up.
Can I
enough
do a
apples,
roly-poly save?
And like she's like she picks up the apples and puts it in a basket, and she puts the basket on her like seat, and she's like and then just Lula just goes through the basket and stool, and she just goes, "My apples!
No.
What's wrong with you? You're meant to be heroes!" And she's like goes off to get the guards.
Dravik,
Can I give her a gold
horrified,
coin quickly and so shh?
horrified at what he does, he's gonna run over to this woman who doesn't know. My apologies. I have not had a female touch on my tail for quite some time. Quite thrilling.
Right.
Why all your guys
This is not a good day. I already see that. Oh, and then he punches the fucking stool. Whatever's
Frey's gonna
left
help
standing
Luna
of
Just hear in the
up.
background.
it. You, talk to me later. I need time to comprehend everything I just went through. And you fuck off. Hey,
I blame a kiss.
walks off.
I'm just gonna pick up an apple and go shopping.
So Dravik leaves the party, and confused at what's just happened, you guys continue on your way with shopping.
Can I go to a healer and get my little hole sorted out?
Yeah, you'll have -2 wounds for this turn, but it'll slowly
fine.
heal. Yeah. So everything you wanted to buy a chest, you can buy.
Lovely. How much does that take me back?
How much gold you got?
Like 50.
And what is it? You want
We
to
must
spend?
have more than that.
Yeah, to be fair, as long as it's nothing
Yeah.
extravagant like buying you
I
armor or
wanted
swords.
climbing kit, flask of oil. No, I just wanted like backpack stuff, like
Yeah.
survival stuff.
Yeah, most basic shit. Most people in this town now owe you. They'll just give you anyway. But if you
Okay,
guys
lovely.
want new weapons or armor, that'll be something that we'll have to discuss money-wise. Ching.
Ew. I do want some nice jewelry.
So you're deliberately trying to pay these people, and they're like, no, no, and they're like, you've saved this town, you've done so well. Like, this is for you, heroes, chosen ones.
Thank you.
And Freya, what was it you wanted?
Freya doesn't want anything.
Yeah. Ultron, what do you want?
Vulcan probably fell asleep in the pub.
Oh, I thought you were with them.
Apparently not, so I'll just stay in the pub.
Oh. Okay,
Maybe that
so...
might be a good place where Dravik could end up, because he's going to go to another pub.
Yeah.
Fuck the one he
Dravik,
just
I'm
went
gonna
to.
get some more wine. Oh, I'm really
Yeah, I'm
sweating.
gonna get drink.
Dravik arrives at the pub with Voltrim and will now discuss with Voltrim, who is the adult.
I'll
Mama
be back in a
Vulture and
minute.
Papa
I'm gonna
Lulan.
burst through the door with quite a noise.
Don't want to miss this. I want to.
Fucking disrespectful. Never been so humiliated in all of my life. Bartender, a drink. He gets one. Sits down opposite.
Am I in the bar yet?
Well,
Yeah,
I
be
walked
in the
into
bar with
whatever
me.
bar
Be in the bar,
Voltrim's in.
Can I Alex is gone. I'm gonna
No,
tell
we
you what
can
I
just
did.
RP. We can just RP.
Start
Fine.
to
Basically, I'm gonna just age your drink so it's like 5 or 6 times stronger than you expect it to be.
Okay. Do I?
Like
don't know if
twice.
there's a-
You think you're drinking beer and you're actually getting vodka, kind of thing.
There's a reason why Voltrim's asleep. His Scribbles has been practicing this constantly for the last 10 minutes.
I don't know how we roll that, but I'm just going to assume that I don't know this because he's so angry. I'm going to down
it's-
that
yeah.
pint. It's like a big bottle.
Mhm.
We don't want to age a beer.
Mm.
You never know. All alcohol's
It'd
done
just be
somewhere.
moldy and shit.
No, I mean like the longer you ferment alcohol, the higher the concentration of alcohol becomes.
I suppose that is true. Carry on with your little.
So Voltrim, who has his eyes closed or just open one, look to his side and hopefully Scribbles is there. Give him a little nudge and go, "Who's this
Mhm.
one? Do we know who this character is?"
Character.
Are you asking me?
Do we know who this guy that's kicking up a fuss at the bar in his red top but blue skin?
The lizard.
That's an Argonite to you.
I mean, technically, do we call them lizards? Completely
It's not
ignoring
midnight.
the
It's like 9:30 in the evening.
completely ignoring the like ripostes that are coming from his direction. Like, is
Yeah,
it
I
right
think-
to call him a lizard? Like,
Maybe
are
a
we
reptile,
bad guys. in that
Scaly
case?
boy,
Scaly
smooth
boy.
skin. I don't know. But I'm going to sort of wave over to him and say, Reptile, my name is Scribbles. I'm an outcast like you. I like your style. I like what you stand for. How are you this evening?
I'm well. My name is Dravik. I am a monster hunter. Would you
Is
know
that with a
anything
D
about
or a
that?
K?
It's with a D. Dravik.
D and a K.
D-R-A-V-C.
Oh, I got it bang on first time in the meme channel. Fuck
I
yeah.
like it.
There's a
okay,
meme
well,
already? There's already a meme?
Dravik, I'm proud of you. I think you've done a lot. I think you're a good guy, Dravik, and I'd love to hear your story. Tell me where you've come from.
It's quite nice to be treated with a little bit of respect today. I just bumped into quite the insolent little rat, if you will. Vermin.
Oh, believe me, I hold the same opinion of him as you. You do not have to worry.
Is this?
How do you know who I'm talking about?
Are we talking? Do we know the same person here?
Is he a short, half-elf annoyance?
Yeah,
You know of
kind
this.
of one of those people
what
that
has he done now?
has a bit of an ego.
He interrupted
You know,
my nap,
you know the sort.
demanding me of information of the basilisk that I hunt. Of course.
Who do we now owe money to?
Well, there's a rather angry old woman down at the bar. I'm not sure you two fine fellows have caused much trouble in bars before, but I don't think I'm welcome there again.
That doesn't sound like us, but it is like us.
Well, another member of your party, a female elf, she suggested that you wanted a tooth of these basilisk.
Rhinos slowly stumbled into the bar.
We want a chance
I'll have
to
a drink.
test our mettle against these basilisks, and what better person to hear about them than the great monster hunter himself, rather.
That little bit of alcohol that you spiked him with, even more. He's a little bit more susceptible to these, confidence boosts. Well, it's nice to see somebody appreciating my vigor and respect. Yes, I will tell you. The basilisk, it is a formidable foe. It's been tormenting people for generations, and I have taken it upon myself to rid of this disgusting snake. But I must acquiesce that despite my skills, it has proven to be trouble, and I don't believe I can take it on by myself.
You ever
Can I walk over at this point?
No.
And slide a drink over. Slide a drink over, be like,
You've done enough.
see, you
You've done
can't
enough.
take it
Where
on
did
your
these
own.
drinks come from?
I was literally at the bar.
Is this the first basilisk you've fought? Have you ever fought a basilisk before? Great warrior.
To my knowledge, in the current climate, there is only one that is
Have you not
really...
noticed that Ryan is there now?
He's kind of... I don't think he has. He's
Slide a
like,
drink over to him.
I didn't even notice. I'm in
Slide the
depth
drink over to you,
conversation.
midnight conversation, take a seat, just casually, and just carry on drinking.
Well, I guess, can I do a perception check? Alex, do I notice Reiner?
Or the
Yeah, you
drink that just
definitely
appears
notice
in
Rhino.
front of you.
I definitely notice Reiner. I'm going to stop
Yeah.
mid-sentence and say, get the fuck out.
I just continue to drink.
All right.
I tell you what, great lizard warrior, great Rabek, I'll make you a deal. If you help us with this basilisk, you get a free shot at that thing over there.
You can try, but that didn't end too well for you last time, did it?
I'll make sure he can't use his knees properly.
You're incredibly overconfident for a man who does not have any understanding of his surroundings or the repercussions of his actions. If we were in a more secluded space, you would not have your head attached. Unfortunately, I don't want to be wanted by the law at this particular time.
Sorry, is my head not on its shoulders right now? Did you not say you would kill me?
In time. In time.
Okay.
You look like you have a lot of friends. Your allies here speak very highly of you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm currently talking to the conveniently smaller-sized man who acts like more of an adult than yourself. And I'm going to turn to Scribbles and go, I will accept your deal, but first, I must know of your skills. I cannot bring you to a basilisk if you are unprepared.
Hey, you see mine.
If this goes any further, Voltrim is
I'm
going to
gonna-
step up, kick Reiner's seat out from under him, grab him by the chest, and just walk him out.
At this point,
I'll allow it,
can
I'll allow
Leland
it.
and Freya just be like about to walk into the pub as like Vulture's doing it?
And if Reiner says a
pub slide
word,
open.
I'm just going to crackle with lightning and just be like, shut the fuck up sometimes.
The pub doors slide
More.
open, Lil and Frey, as you come back from your shopping trip, and you just see like Reiner being dragged through the mud by Voltrim. Voltrim just kind of nods at you and just starts walking him around the corner as Reiner's like, get off! Get off! He's just like getting slowly dragged away.
Freya just says out of like under her breath, "Oh, he's fucked." 'Cause,
I just
she's
pat
so
Vulture on the shoulder.
she's so used to getting told off by Vulture. She's like, "Well, Ryan is fucked."
Just look both of them in the eyes and just shaking his head, and as he does so, just gonna send a little spark through Reiner.
Reiner's just and like passes out.
And then we'll go off and have a chat.
This is how it feels to be an NPC in you guys' campaign. It's just constantly under assault by Ryan.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to just finish my conversation with Ravek and say, so Ravek,
Dravik.
This basilisk, you say it's the only one you've ever known of, and I'm sure a warrior such as you will have exceptional knowledge in these matters, but I must ask, how does one defeat a basilisk?
That's I'm still working on. It's difficult. I've only managed to track it. I know its location. The one time I saw it before, I must admit I did not do very well in that battle and just made it out alive. But I will not give up. And let me tell you where it is. Have you heard of a town named Lazarus?
The name rings a bell.
Latest reports is that the basilisk has been creating trouble south of Lazarus, in the northern parts of its mountains. I was soon to travel there, and I would gladly welcome the assistance.
I think if we are to conquer this beast, it will have to be together. I feel like alone against such an insurmountable foe, we would be foolhardy to try and take him on alone. Would you accompany us? Would you help us in this endeavor? If we help you, we ask only but a tooth. But the reward and the fame of having killed the basilisk, that can all be yours. We're not searching for that.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that is exactly my goal. My tribe at home has lost a little bit of respect for me over time, and I need this to earn my place back in my homeland. I accept.
It is a pleasure to know that you are with us, and I have far more faith knowing that there is a competent hunter among us.
He's going to hold his hand out for a handshake.
I'm going to shake his hand back.
Nice. There you
It's
go.
a far more civil interaction than we're used to in this campaign.
All right, so Dravik joins the party. Lulan, Freya, you've just entered. Is there anything you'd like to discuss?
No. Freya's just all good.
Yeah, Lulan's just sort of playing with Hestia.
Did you guys buy anything nice?
Yeah,
I just went for the
Camping
walk.
Okay.
Yeah, camping stuff and all that.
Vultrum and Rhino re-enter.
I look like a scolded little boy.
Rhino sits down with like a pouty face, and Vultrum swans back in.
Vultrum comes back in, just looks exhausted and just exasperated at the same time. Just looks at Lulan saying, "It's fucking hard being a parent."
I'll just pat him on the shoulder again in sympathy.
It does feel like Vulture and Lulan are like the parents of the group.
Yeah.
It's Papa Lulan and Mama Vultrum.
Yeah, I love them both.
Okay, so party. Come on, where are we going? What's the plans?
All right.
Go
of
for the
course.
Grimoire. Hunting the Grimoire.
Are we
If
all
it's
having-
alright with whatever it is, Lazarus. whatever-
what?
You mean
whatever
hunting the
his name is.
basilisk?
No,
After
but
the
then
Grimoire.
basilisk.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well, I mean,
basilisk themselves.
He's now said that he'd be happy to accompany us, so I feel like we should not
He
look a
can't
gift
do it
horse.
without us. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
let's not look a
He
gift
can't
horse in
do
the
it
mouth.
without us. That's very true.
Damn.
He can't beat that thing without us, so he's dependent on us agreeing to go.
I definitely think the book is more important though.
Yeah.
What book?
So for context on what's happening with the dwarves right now, they're about to go into a moot to decide a new king, and having massive destabilization within the dwarves right now is probably not a good thing. Or having someone who's far more powerful than they should be, such as the person Scribbles encountered, is not a good thing. We need to potentially prune some bad ends now and basically control the situation.
And where on this map of ours would you suggest we're heading to deal with this problem?
Just
So-
south of Lazarus.
Yeah, can I address
These
I
terms
can't
are
remember what his fucking
acceptable.
name is, Lizard Man, and be like, the book that you so spoke of is what real heroes do.
Shut
Not
your
not
mouth,
some,
boy.
not some creature that
I
needs to
roll
be
for the cast
slain.
decay on Max's
But
left kneecap.
Weirdly enough, the chandelier
serious,
above
can I-
Reiner suddenly comes undone and just completely knocks Reiner out.
I was gonna say I was gonna use blood whip on blood whip on him.
Can we all make a vote of just to leave Reiner here?
While Reiner's
Everyone raise
unconscious on
your
Hands up.
hand to leave
Kicks
Reiner
his
here.
chair out, grabs him by the chest, and walks him out again.
I'm
Reiner's,
deadly
like, just
serious. While
staring
Reiner's
down.
unconscious on the floor, can I please make a roll to cast decay onto his left kneecap? I still want to do it.
Timmy comes downstairs looking far more refreshed. His hair is cut back short again, and he's looking more of the sorcerer's apprentice he should be. Master, I'm so excited for our next adventure. And
He's only had an hour nap.
He heals
it's been
very
hours.
quickly.
It's been hours.
He heals very quickly. He's a good boy. Timmy, I'm proud to see you up and about again. It's good to see you, my son. How are you?
Oh, thank you, Master. Are we to journey south?
I'm afraid not, Timmy.
We are, Master. We definitely are. That's what I have heard.
Timmy, you are as sharp as ever, and I'm proud of you, my son. I really am. We are to journey south, and we are going to attempt to find a great grimoire.
Is this the grimoire we've already claimed? What happened to it?
Timmy, you're a boy of many questions, and I like questions. Questions are good because they breed answers, and answers are important because that's what helps us through life. Off we go.
Surely Scribbles just walks out and Timmy's following. Surely we didn't lose the grimoire, sir. That was the one thing that we weren't supposed to do. As he follows Scribbles outside.
Mm-hmm.
Dravik's gonna follow Scribbles.
Shifting eye meme. Eyes forward.
So as you all go towards the southern gate, you mount your horses up. Hestia's now at the point where she's trying to fly, so she's kind of she's able to keep up with the horses by just running on her four legs, and she keeps jumping, and her little wings go, and she's soars for a little bit and then lands, and she's looking like she's really enjoying it, and her tongue keeps coming out of her little beak as she's
Oh my
galloping.
god, she's a beast.
Can I have her on my shoulders so she can have the wind in her arms? So she's like that, and I just got her on my shoulders. No.
Yeah, she can. Sorry, Max is still nice to me. Max. Stop.
Yeah.
And you can't just send a bird. It doesn't work like that. So the Hestia jumps up and she's jumping off each one of you guys and trying to keep up with you, and she even lands on Freya and kind of nips her ear a little bit, and then jumps and lands on Voltrim's giant shield that's kind of mounted on the back of his horse, and she just sits on it like it's a mount, and then she jumps and lands on Bleaty's big metal casing that's on Bleaty's rump, where Scribbles and Timmy is just facing the other way. No. And as you're riding, you get to the southern gate and you see the one-legged dwarf kind of hobbled on a pony that he's kind of strapped into. Ah, you've taken so long I've forgotten my accent. Hey, you've taken so long. I told you to meet me here at noon. It's almost bloody midnight. Right then, let's not waste any more of the day. Let's ride to the southern mountains while we still got a bloody chance. These huge gates are wide open now. It's trade of coming in. The guards kind of all doff their hats at you guys and their helms as you ride by. And Dravik can't help but feel impressed that all these people respect this insane group he's encountered. This group that has given him no reason to like. Dravik can't help but feel maybe there's more to them than meets the eye as they ride forwards. The two dwarfs are in the front, Voltrim and Fimley. Behind is the two elf girls and Hestia, who's galloping between you. Then there's Scribbles and Bleaty at the back. And Dravik, you're kind of trailing with a watchful eye on Reiner, who's somewhere in between the girls and Scribbles. Is there any discussions you'd like to have on your march?
Just making a meme.
I just want to apologise to Dravik for the tail pull.
So you kind of like hold back, like, and Freya kind of nods as your horses kind of meet side by side, and you canter back into a gallop. You can say it now.
I just want to apologise for what I did. I didn't realise that that's probably a place I shouldn't touch, especially without consent. I do apologise.
It is fine. It was in the heat of the moment. There is something I would like to discuss with you. Something that I've already clocked. That pet sort of yours, the griffin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lulan gets so defensive as soon as someone else. I was like, yeah.
I just start getting out my dagger out my thigh. Like, yeah.
I wanted to warn you, as a monster hunter, knowing many from the guild, that unless I put my word that it must be safe, might attract attention in the future when it gets bigger. As long as you are confident that you can control it, it should be safe, but be wary that it will not be as safe as it is right now.
Yeah, I know.
Hestia's like kind of cottoned on to what you're saying. Just looks at Draven and goes, and, like tries to flap away and lands back over to where Voltrum is.
And yeah, that's his little
I'm just going to speed up again.
Like
Yeah.
an awkward silence, and like as the moon kind of like is shining, and Lula nods and rides back over. Reiner, you're just pouting on your horse as you continue.
Oh yeah,
riding.
I've got a hand on my
Is
arrow.
Reiner tied up?
No.
Can we tie him up?
Oh yeah, tie him up and put him on the back of Boltram's horse.
Yeah.
No.
There will
Time
be a
for
reaction.
blood
but-
He's on his own horse. Anyway, so you pass the outskirts of Hardhome by like a couple miles, but you can make out the farmlands.
Past, what say that again?
You're following the main road south, so you go past Hardhome's like borders.
Can I quickly pop in for 2 seconds, leave
Oh,
a message
Jesus
and run off? Thank you.
Christ.
Love you.
Right, Reiner leaves the party and rides off to Hardhome. The rest of you continue along towards the crag. Reiner, what is it you want to do?
I just want to leave a message to like the nearest guard or someone
Okay.
that's walking by the road to get Tomboy to meet us at
Lazarus.
Yeah.
You want Tomoe to meet you? Okay, well, the guard's like, what? As you walk away. And he kind of looks at the other guard. He's like, the fuck is a Tomoe? And then he goes into Hardhome to just hand this message to his superior.
Yep, that's fine.
Ryan rejoins the party. You pass like the outskirts of the crag. You see like the mass graves are still there where the battle was. But the Cragonians are like mining away at like building back their town that you guys drove a boat into. You see like some grimace as like there's farmers turning in for the night, and they like turn around and watch you guys go past, and they like put out their lights so that there's no welcome. As you continue riding past the crag, you start to get towards the heavy forest that separates Ansia and Midland, where you once fought the White Witch.
How far do we think the caravan is from here? Or the caravan was when it got attacked?
So you've been, by the way, this is a lot. I'm skipping this journey, but you've been riding for about a week and a half.
Oh, so we found it instantly. Okay.
No, you've not found because the Goa wasn't in the battle because he was chasing down this caravan.
Okay.
So you'll come across this forest. Which
yeah,
is,
of course.
Yeah. So there's this like forested side, and this is where, if you guys remember, towards the very north part of this forest is the fur trader for the dwarven southern mountains, where you met Rolo the second time. And so you ride to where the caravan should have come through here. It's like crack of dawn. The dwarfs, out your tents, come on, let's go. We're almost at the first outpost. We should have been catching up with Rolo's caravan anytime now. You will start dismantling your camp. Is there anything you guys like to discuss?
How friendly are you with this Rollo that we seek?
Well, he's my liege. I'm ever owed to him, and he is heir apparent to the southern mountain Hall of Guilds, Hall of Dwarfs.
Hmm.
His father
How-
is. Oh,
Oh, how many men were he with before his caravan disappeared? Like, who was he traveling with?
well, it was all of us, if you remember. You fought side by side with us at the crag. We watched you take down that bloodthirster before Lord Voltram here blasted through its chest.
How many was that again? It's
Oh,
been a
I'm
while.
glad
It's
you
been a very
remember.
fucking long
It's about-
while.
it's about 20.
And he like just
It's about
About
20.
20.
I think there
There's
was about
20
30 to begin with, and then 10
Yeah.
odd died.
20 of us are survivors, so there'll be about 19 of them escorting Rollo home as they left me behind.
Okay.
So you mount up again.
We
and
should
it's
be
like-
ready to move quickly if we need to. So pack as
As-
if a fight may go down.
As
Can I
you-
make us all a meal on?
Yes, you can. So
Thomas
as everyone's
Prime.
packing up the
Not
camp, you all
Thomas.
have 1 bonus HP because Reiner cooks up. What do you make, Reiner?
Well, it's got to be a full English breakfast.
I taste it and realise it's disappointing.
Although it is more veg and shit for the elves.
Okay,
It's just
not-
cheese and an apple. For,
I'm not vegetarian.
Yeah.
Can I,
Eggs,
uh,
that's
very
not
much
eggs,
a
are
meat.
they?
Can I do
Yeah,
a perception check on my meal?
I'm a
because
meat
Rena
eater.
made-
Your meal
Rena
is
made it.
fine. Your meal is fine. You'll get
Okay.
1 bonus HP.
Oh,
Right.
Fresh as
Ah.
fresh as a veg.
She's like right every now and then.
I will nod at Reiner reluctantly as a means of, bridging
Yeah, I'll give him
the
a pat
very
on the back
fractured
with an approving
relationship.
nod.
Hestia just swallows an entire sausage whole by throwing it in the air and you think, oh, like that seagull.
I'm going to feed
No.
Bleaty a few of the old mushrooms and carrots and tomatoes.
Bleaty, oddly enough, doesn't want mushrooms and carrots, but starts eating the meat.
I'm going to feed her more with the sheep, the goat, more of the meat. It's a good idea. Needs her strength.
Bleaty starts eating all the pork that he can find.
Dravek fighting monsters for years senses a slight bloodlust in the air as
As Bleaty
Bleedy
just
chows down.
inhales
Yeah.
pigs.
Notes that down.
Worrying hybrid? Question mark. Anyway, so you're all mounted again, and as you begin your march, you start coming across these dwarven fur trader, and it's no longer quite as populated or full as one might remember. You arrive and these stone hovels are completely abandoned. There are signs and footprints that have them leading towards the southern mountains. And that's about as much as you can see from just riding into town.
Perception check.
Of course. What's your perception?
Oh, that was a joke, but 8 out of 10.
Yes, you see that all the doors are open to every hovel.
Okay.
Did you say there were footprints leading somewhere?
Like a long march towards the southern mountains.
Does it look like there are a set of footprints that go to the house and then drag people out?
They're all coming from the house.
Okay. So they all left willingly.
From the house.
Willingly.
The houses.
I'm gonna go search the house.
So multiple houses. As you jump down, these houses are made of ornate granite and very dwarven in structure. Some are. It doesn't look to be like there's been any scenes of a fight, and some even have breakfast still out, untouched.
Are they just
but
deserted
flies.
or-
Yeah, flies are swarming the food at this point.
That's not very dwarfish.
That's
Even
Yeah, they
even the fur, whether they were keeping sheep and horses, the stable doors are wide open, and there's nothing inside.
I say mind control.
I'm gonna go up to Scribbles and go, can you sense any arcane remnants of magic, perhaps?
Alex, can I roll a perception check for exactly that?
When Scribbles puts his hand to the floor, this burning sensation feels like him up, basically. Like, you feel for a split second that you're on
Mm.
fire.
Yes.
Can Voltrim like hold back to try and dissipate any of that, or
Well, Scribbles is back.
yeah, as he's doing it?
No, it's just for a split second. All of you, other than Scribbles, because you weren't there for that, the mark on your neck begins to like twinge slightly.
Oh,
Ah.
chaos magic.
Yes, I can detect some arcane magic.
We need
I
to
suggest that
determine
we
where they've
leave
gone.
and go a little bit faster.
We
Well,
need to
surely
know
we can
where they've
track them.
gone.
Yeah,
If
let's
that
follow
Many
the
you can
tracks.
see the
They're
prints,
quite
right?
clearly, heading towards the southern mountains.
I can say, as a hunter, it's very rare and nice to have such blatant tracks to follow. Makes our job easier.
Voltrim
Yeah, too
turning
easy.
to Dravek. If you're a hunter, tell us how long ago they left. We need these details. We need to know how fast we need to move.
Can
The
I
Jarek
do a
dismounts.
perception check? Do a little.
I just start
My
riding off
perception
in the way we need
is
to go.
8.
Yeah, it's quite clear that they were basically all marched towards the southern mountains. There's no sign of like dragging, no signs of like forced fighting or
But
anything
what
like
what
that.
I was searching for specifically was, could I detect how recent these tracks are?
So the ground is dried underneath, like the especially the hoof prints of the heavier animals, or perhaps even the guards wearing armor, and it's crusted, so it's been a couple weeks.
Weeks.
It
Even the
seems-
food. The food is a
The food
gauge.
absolutely rancid and like
Okay.
covered in maggots and flies.
It appears we have missed them by a couple of weeks at minimum.
Seems like you should have left when I did.
Rushing makes no difference now. We need to be extremely
Well,
careful.
Ryan
with
is
how we
already
move.
gone.
Yeah, mine is gone.
Ryan's gone.
Oh, what? Rhino, where have you gone?
I've started trying off.
Towards.
Where
He's
did,
left
which
the
way
party.
did you
Yeah.
go?
Straight ahead.
I'm following the tracks.
Okay. What's the others want to do?
How far is it to some of the major settlements in the southern mountains?
The Finley walks over. Oh, this is not good at all. This is very eerie. The nearest point would be the Stronghold, which is known well by its name. It's the strongest dwarven settlement of the southern mountains, which is
Of
where
course it is.
Lord Bjorn and Rollo, his son, resided. That's where we were trained. I would expect them, if there was a fight, or he looks around, or they were perhaps forced to, I would expect them to have retreated to the stronghold. Perhaps orcs passed South March and managed to get here. We should probably head to the stronghold.
How far is that?
2 days ride.
Okay. No need to err on the side of caution for the next couple of days as we move.
Someone better go get your friend.
Mm,
I
rode off. I didn't
he's gone.
speed off.
I mean, Lily and Freya openly just watched him go. Like,
I think everyone did.
You know
Everyone
this-
did with the synchronized eye roll.
literally, like,
I'm not gonna wait for information I don't need to hear.
You
yeah,
know the,
most
You
likely
could have
you're
passed
going
it
the
on to
wrong
the rest
way.
of us.
Finlay. What's her name? Finlay or Finlay?
Finley.
Finlay. Finlay, unless I was mistaken, were you here? Were you at this location at an earlier date? Could you tell us any information about this place that seems...
Yes,
off
this is
that
where
isn't
Lord
obvious?
Rollo had us march in order to regroup with Gerwa's squad when we attacked the crag. We were to disguise ourselves as fair traders. This is a fair trading outpost. The dwarfs here are hunters and gatherers, not fighters. But I would expect, at least if there was some sort of engagement, for the bell to have been rung, and perhaps they've all retreated to the southern mountains. But I find it odd that their possessions are still here, and he like hobbles into the nearest hut and pulls out like a golden chalice for drinking.
Mm.
Stuff like this, they wouldn't have left willingly.
Well.
Can I use any blood magic to see if there's anyone alive in the near vicinity?
You don't have that ability, but no,
Oh.
there isn't.
As disrespectful as it is, I recommend that we loot before we leave. Clearly, these possessions were no value to those who left it, and I'd rather it be us.
Finley goes to draw his short sword. I'll not have you mark this place as some sort of loot. This is not a treasure trove for you to hunt down, lizard.
Finley, before this gets a little out of hand, might I make a suggestion? I think it could be useful for us to pore over the items here because it might give us some idea of what's actually happened. It might help us to understand a little better where these people have gone.
Aye, fine, but I don't want you pocketing these poor civilians' possessions.
Finley,
This
we
is
wouldn't
no-
do such a thing. We wouldn't do such a thing.
Very well, I'll wait for you upon my horse. And he
Thank
strides
you.
off.
Finley, how quick is your horse?
Well, as quick as yours. I've been riding with you for the last week and a half.
Do you think you could catch up to our friend and ask him to wait for us?
Oh, he went off like a bat out of hell. He's probably already there.
I'm guessing that's
He's
a no
definitely
then.
You do a perception, no, what's it? Charisma roll. To persuade her.
Him. It's a
Him.
man.
Him. I've always thought it was a woman.
Finley, he's a big boy.
Alright.
He's a long-beard warrior. I'll not catch up with a half-elf upon a steed as strong as that. I'm only on my little war pony.
Be fine. He'll be back.
All right,
like, a
that's
couple
a
hours.
deal. Would you at least be able to just keep watch for us?
Aye, fine.
All right.
Right, as you guys go through the buildings, I'm just going to quickly...
I like that we were very much on the same wavelength.
Mhm.
Maybe
All
you
right, let's
could,
loot the shit out of these
just
bodies.
get out of the vicinity, just for no reason.
Yeah.
Ultrim will not be happy.
But technically, these items will just be left for bandits to take later. If we get things now, then they're protected with
Yeah,
us.
but
They're
yeah,
heroes.
but they'll come back. Well,
You have
hopefully.
no idea. I mean,
No,
if
we
they
don't know
met
what's
the
going
person
on.
I've met, they are not coming back. I mean, in all likelihood, these are some very dead dwarves.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Freya's
say-
not looting. She thinks it's wrong.
All right, I'm going to say that you have every right to have that opinion, and you have every right to be wrong. And I'm just going to start looking at what's been left on the tables.
I will join you.
I think we need Alex to come back to know what we
I'm
find.
gonna go to Lou real
I
quick.
think
I'll be 1
Voltrim is gonna say, "Take what you need."
That's all I intend to do, Voltrim. I'm not in this for money.
Not what you want.
I'm not in this for money.
God, am I lawful good? Fuck. I don't want to be lawful good.
This is one of the first D&D campaigns where I've been chaotic in a long time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I think
Oh,
I'm
God.
probably chaotic neutral.
Well, we did that alignment chart ages ago, didn't we?
Yeah. I wonder what I could find in a dwarven settlement. I'm not interested in alcohol. I'm not interested in gold. Weapons aren't anything for me. So I wonder what I can find. Come on, Adam, you're the authority on this. I need to roll a perception check and Alex is going to guess or ask me what I
What
can
on what
find.
things dwarven goods they'll have?
Any kind of magical stones, any kind of trinkets, anything that will
So
increase my
like runes, you may well find.
fine.
So they'll obviously be stuff you can add onto your staffs or your armor.
Runes
that would
sound
be-
right up my street.
That would be probably the most dwarven thing.
Hmm.
Other than that, rare metals and gems, they would be also right up there.
All right, fine. All the rare metals, gems, and runes could all do bits for me. All right, good. I'm gonna have a look for some of those.
Same. Well, I'm gonna go for the gold and gems
Mm.
because again, I want to make better jewelry for my face.
That's between you and Voltrim.
Yeah, this is why Freya's not getting involved and just gonna stay about the horses, not nick anything.
Could be grounds for divorce between
Hello.
Mama Voltron and Papa Lulan if she
Alright,
starts looting the houses.
Alright, I won't fucking go for anything then.
That's what
I-
Freya's stone for. She
So-
ain't
so-
pissing off.
The houses are not rich in contents. The most prized possessions are their kitchen utensils, like any armaments, basically of like rusted swords. But the main weapon of this town would have been crossbows and bows for hunting down animals. Not enough for like bodkin arrows or anything like that to pierce any plate armor. So it's almost pointless for you to loot. If you are looting, you'll get like a couple golden chalices, and that'll be about it. And maybe furs if you want that.
there any chance of any
You guys come.
runestones or rare metals that might be
No.
found?
No, not in this town.
All right, then I'm not interested in anything else.
So at the edge of town, your Finley, the guide, is waiting. Are we to continue?
Yeah.
We are, Finley. You'll be glad
Very
to
well.
hear their possessions are all untouched.
Good, lads. That's what I want to hear. And ladettes, sorry. He continues on riding. About a day into the ride, you clear out the woods. And as you come to the fringe of this forest, the mountain, like a hilly land, is ahead of you. The horses can continue this path, don't worry. The mountains then start to rise, and almost like they block out the sun. They're so tall. Like clouds even form amongst the very peaks of the highest ones. And quite clearly, through all the clouds and all the ice-tipped mountains and snow, a giant pillar of flame shines brightly, cutting through the clouds and in as far as the eye can go, almost all the way to space.
What colour?
What colour?
Purple.
Well,
Nah.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
You all seem quite familiar with this. What am I looking at?
Evil
This may well throw your basilisk into shadow.
Oh shit.
Regret's coming with us now. Wait, so are we there now?
No, you're about a
Right,
day's
yeah.
ride away.
Where's Reiner? Is he? He's probably there.
You can't even make out where Reiner is.
I feel
Have we
like
seen his tracks?
Yeah, he's continued.
Okay, I feel like we should plan our assault, maybe.
He's dead.
Yeah. Or are we just gonna? Yeah, a little bit.
Just Voltron's just grinding his teeth of annoyance.
No, if Reiner's not dead by the time we get there, he will be when we get there.
You see, like, shock and horror in Finley's face. My people. Why would they have opened that book? Rollo saw what it almost became. What happened to you when Angel closed it?
Yes.
But, yeah, that's the bit we're going to dwell on, Freya. The bit where Angel closed it.
Yeah.
Somewhere he's
I
just
can't
like,
understand. Our people have no desire for magic. What has he done? He like gallops his horse and begins like charging across this landscape. I must find my people, my brother,
I'm gonna
my
chase
sister.
after him.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase after him as well.
Finley, no, don't go.
If I can catch up to him, I
He
want
can't hear you, Voltrum, as you whisper that.
I want
as
to
he
grab
rides
him
it.
off his horse, if
Can I use
possible.
Blood Whip to like grab him? Like,
You don't
yank him
understand
back?
my people. Where are they?
If-
And there's like you've suddenly realised across this land is just like all the ground has been turned over with these tracks, like hundreds and hundreds of footprints, animal prints. You have noticed now that not a single bird has cried in the sky. You haven't seen a single fox, a rabbit. You've seen nothing. No stags, no elks. You haven't seen anything this entire time since you've entered this woods. And all these tracks now lead to the same place, where this giant pillar of purple flame is just erupting through the mountain gap.
Did we
Finley's struggling
we
this
catch
blood
up with
whip around
Finley? Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
My
hold.
people.
I want to do an intimidation check and go. Silence, you fool! Do you want us dead, or do you want to save your people?
There's no one around. Look, as far as the eye can see, we're alone. Something's happening in the mountains. We have to ride now. If we camp, we'll just be wasting time. Your boy Uraina might even be in trouble.
No one said we were going to camp, but we're not going to charge in like a fucking moron. What are you, a dwarf? Or a mouse?
Very, very well, Lizard. You make a great point. What do we do then? And he turns to the party that's now behind him.
I have no experience with whatever we're dealing, so I will pass on my expertise to you. You know what you're doing. What is our plan?
I wish I was there for that.
We have to try everything we have, because often the majority of it doesn't work first time. We need to be prepared for every possible thing to be thrown at us. And knowing the dwarfs, they are dug in deep. Finley, do we know any ways round these battlements that we will inevitably come across?
Stronghold has a snaking path that leads to the entrance. There are watchtowers along the way, in the attempt that if an orc army should arrive, or a man army, no offense again, should arrive, they will be bled along the way towards the final gate. The gates are impenetrable. There's not a siege weapon alive, not cannon, no grape shot, no battering ram that'll bring that gate open. No, not even your head, Voltron. Bring that gate open should it not be desired to be open. There are secret passages. We should make our way to the snaking path. To the watchtower, the third watchtower. Should we climb it, you're able to kick down the wall and it'll lead to a mountain ridge. It's a tight path made for dwarfs. You taller folk will probably have to crawl and pray that the rocks don't slip. We're able to crawl around all the way and avoiding every watchtower as long as we can get through the gate. Once we're through that gate, we'll be at the main entrance hall.
That sounds like our route.
Is there a
Very
sewage
well.
system?
It's not a sewage system, no. It's for should there have been a siege, it allowed us to reclaim Tower 3 in order to both assail and keep a watchful eye on the enemy.
Let's hope our friend who rode ahead has not gone too far.
Is there perhaps a way you can send a message to your allies? We might be slightly outnumbered.
Sorry. What did you say?
Javek was basically suggesting that there's only a few of us and we're going to be going into a fortress full of a dwarven army. Maybe we should alert our allies if they have any.
There are... Max. Stop messaging me, Max. A day. You're a day, okay? A day.
Okay.
All these footprints, and he points down now to, like, over there. You see those footprints? They're from the northern stronghold. It's smaller in structure, roughly 200 garrison. You see these? And he turns his horse. These are from the other fair towns, as well as the mining village. Undoubtedly, every single dwarf of the southern mountains has arrived at this point. Something has forced or made them flee. And yet here we are, standing out in the open, and not a single enemy has assailed us. We even camped in these bloody woods. I'm just now noticing that there's not been a sound of a beast. And yet somehow we've not been attacked. And then there's that, and he points to the giant flame. Whatever happened when you opened that book, whatever you saw has happened to my people. All of my people. Not just one village, but everyone I've ever brushed shoulders with and who they brush shoulders with. We should ride now. We can get to the third tower before any outlandish eyes can spot us. We've got the cover of night.
I'm concerned about your latest statement. You're correct. We've been allowed to come here free of our will. It makes me think that perhaps these enemies of yours want you to reach this location. Perhaps they're baiting you into a trap. Do any of you have any reason or possessions that they might want, that they're leading you in for a reason? Or are we actually stealthed here?
There is a possibility that if the person behind this is who I think it might be, they may want a possession, and I may have stolen from them.
Master?
Timmy. So
Yes.
yes, with this possession, it may be the sort of thing that I'm gonna need to be careful with, because what I don't want to do, in I think the worst possible outcome, would be to allow it to fall back into the hands of that person. Timmy, I have finally accrued the weapon I'd spent most of my lifetime searching for, and it's going to allow me to reach even greater heights, but logically, its inheritor will, of course, be you in time.
Oh, Master, very kind of you. Very kind of you to say.
Finley?
Sorry,
Get out of here, Finley.
Master, what? Is this something that we should worry about now, or?
I think if I'm to head into this battle, I can't risk you falling into the hands of an enemy again. Your bottom is fragile and young, and I can't risk it being abused any further.
Master,
So I'm
uncomfortable talking about this with the whole group listening.
It's all right, Timmy. As you'll learn as you get older, these things are okay in front of adults. It's okay. Timmy,
I'm uncomfortable.
I'm sure you were very uncomfortable in the dwarven mines as well, the goblin mines as well. But it's not a problem. You're here now, and you're safe. Now, Timmy, I'm going to give you this weapon, and I need you to guard it with your life.
Of course,
If
Master.
there is any problem, if anyone comes near you, I'm going to leave you with Bleaty. Honestly, I probably think Bleaty is probably
Bleaty cracks his knuckles.
yeah, I honestly think Bleaty is probably the strongest member of this party right now. So I think he'll be in good hands and well looked after. Whatever happens, do not let this weapon fall into the hands of another. You may use it if the time comes and you have no other choice. But if you can, call out to me and I will come to protect you. Normally, I can feel what you're thinking and I can understand if you're in danger or if something's wrong. So you must keep this safe. You must stand ready, because if we're in to encounter the person that I think we might be, then surely this weapon is going to be the primary goal, their primary objective.
Can I just say, I can normally feel what you're thinking, and you can call out to me, and yet you spent 2 weeks just chilling. In a town. But it was
You just had earmuffs on during those 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, it was, like I said, it was an essential part of Timmy's training, and he knows that.
Yeah.
He's done very well to get through the suffering. Timmy, can I
Pain's
trust
a
you
good
with this?
teacher. Timmy?
Yes, Master, absolutely. You pass him the heavy scepter base that you've been kind of wearing across your back, and he stays on Bleaty as you hop off and jump on Voltrim's pony. And Bleaty kind of just looks at you and goes, and then just gallops away.
Fucking terrifying creature. Jesus.
Good.
Are they leaving the party, those two, or are they still coming with us?
Yeah. No, Bleaty and Timmy have left the party.
So they'll come back, but they're safe for now, is the main
Okay.
thing.
Can Hestia go with them?
Yeah, sure. So Hestia
Doesn't Hestia
collapse.
accost Bleaty often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Same.
we had a
Falls
training
despair.
session. She
Okay.
doesn't eat Bleaty. Any other sheep, yeah. Bleaty, no.
Okay. Bleaty is friend,
I
not
don't think she
food.
could eat Bleaty, if I'm going to be
Yeah,
honest.
it doesn't smell right anymore.
Bleaty's got biceps and a six-pack.
Bleaty doesn't even have elbows or
Yeah.
triceps, and yet still somehow has biceps.
Yeah, Bleaty's evolved. Okay, so as oink. Is that pig got a
Are
fist?
those fists? I'm perfected this pig
Oink.
genetically. Oink.
So as
Yes, we better
As,
follow Finley, seeing as we don't seem to have any other lead on how to get in.
yeah, so as you continue, we'll wait for Adam to get back though.
Okay.
He's vanished, so I'm gonna get the last bit of wine. Go back.
He's back. Too late. It's so good to be back. I miss
Been a
D&D.
while.
Yeah.
I wonder if Bleaty's going to change color by the time they return.
Bleaty's gonna be like pure yellow because he's gone Super Saiyan.
I thought it was going to be a black sheep.
That could work. Isn't he? He is a black sheep, isn't
Bleaty is black, but he's just gonna
Ah.
have a yellow mane, bright yellow mane.
he?
I always thought Bleaty was a white sheep. I must be wrong.
I guess. Well, no. He seems to be a mixture on all our pictures. Sometimes he has a black face.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The one I posted, he was
what?
just like
Whoa.
chewing. What? He does. Rhino.
What?
So much trouble.
Wasting my time and stuff I know.
Honestly, I'm more worried that I'm going to kill you than an enemy at sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it anymore. I used to be.
It normally works out for the best. Just
Now if
go
it
with
happens,
it.
it happens.
You literally rode off for a day. An entire day you rode off for just then.
Yeah, well, I rode off thinking that you guys would be soonish, but instead you decided to fucking loot a village. How am I meant to know you're doing that?
You're right. When one person does one thing and 5 people do another, the one person is in the right.
We're meant to be heroes. What happened to all your morals?
We have a person who's not one of the heroes with us.
They literally went out the door when I
Yeah,
had to leave.
you have one bad person, so you all start looting.
I've already got a
Stealing people's
meme
belongings.
forming in my head. Have you seen that
We
thing
didn't
where
loot.
it's like,
We didn't loot at all, actually.
man... No, we didn't. We didn't loot at all.
What
Have you
means
seen that thing where it's like, man loses additional bit of hope he didn't even know he had? That's sometimes how I feel when I'm working with Buck and Reiner.
Cool.
Right. Are we all returned?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I miss briefly? Sorry.
Reiner's retarded.
Bleaty and Timmy have ridden off,
And
And the
Hestia.
Griffin.
and the Griffin.
Can we have it where Reiner like returns to the party and then just gets taken out by Bleaty and held in like a full Nelson by a sheep?
Anyway, so as I feel like because Angel's not here, Reiner's making up for the hijinks.
Try.
Anyway, as you arrive to the very base of the Snake Pass, like the wind's kind of billowing and it's a lot colder, but your cloaks, other than you, sorry, Dravok, although you're cold-blooded anyway, your cloaks kind of bounce back that cold and keep you protected. You like pull them over your head, and you begin a long march up. All the footprints are still going like way up the Snake Pass, and you come to the 3rd tower, and all the doors are left wide open of every tower you pass so far as well. There's no beacons lit, no braziers, just silence and darkness. And then Reiner comes riding down the hill towards you guys.
Does he have anyone chasing him?
No.
As I'm coming down, I'm kind of grasping my side, slumped over my horse. As I get to you, yeah, everywhere. No, I was just joking. It's completely abandoned. There's nothing in there at all.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. I was
Can I
really...
just say the last time someone played a prank, all the rats in the world awoke. Pranks don't go well with you guys. It was when Freya, to lighten the air between her and Angel, they were sneaking through this sewer and she went boo and like lit a fireball. But suddenly all these eyes opened up. Like every inch of this sewer was covered in rats that tried to eat them alive.
They were like evil rat people, mutants.
This-
No,
Face
Ray's
escape
trying to
them.
be a lot more subtle.
Yeah.
with shit like that, because it always ends up being me and Angel that fuck everything up.
Well, Reiner's
I
doing
see.
a good job for that.
And Ryan,
So
to be fair.
basically, everything has gone into the main gate, the
Okay.
main gate, and it's wide
It's-
open.
It's
The
the
gates
why is it
open.
always you 3 meme.
Mm.
It literally
Oh
is.
yeah.
The gate's open. What do you mean the gate's open?
It's wide open, bro.
Is there sign of a siege or a battle?
Just wide open.
Well, fuck this passageway then. Come on. If the gate's open, let's ride now. There may be survivors. There may be some answer. An entire city couldn't have been abandoned.
I
Was there anyone
disagree.
inside?
Stealth is still a valuable ally.
I'm not that stupid. I didn't go in.
Yeah, we're still gonna stealth it.
I think still go via the alternate route.
Yeah.
Right, come on then, quick. He dismounts and ties his horse to the nearest fence and enters the tower.
All right,
Okay.
I follow it.
We're not getting fully
Should I do a
armed.
perception check?
Why are we going this weird way? Where are we going?
This
Like,
takes
this
us
is
into
road.
the Great Hall.
But I've just come down from the Great Hall.
Lulan, you don't
Oh, you've been. I thought you said you didn't go in.
Yeah, but I've just come from that way. It was like half a day's ride. Why are we going this long route? Where are we going?
How far into it did you go? Did you actually pass through the main gate?
I went to the main gate, like where it is. Looked in and saw complete darkness, and then turned around and came back.
Who's going the stealth way?
I'm going stealth.
We don't think time is of the essence here. You guys have already spent half a day doing God knows what.
Are you lads coming or not?
We're going the stealth way.
Okay.
Let's go.
The rest of you pour in. Freya, you've not said you got off your horse yet.
I'm off my horse.
Okay.
I'm on a horse.
As the horse comes in through the house,
Through this dwarf-shaped hole. Come on.
just smashing everything as it comes in. As you like hugging this cliff face, and below you is just this sheer drop into almost like nothingness, like plumes of cloud and like maybe snow beneath you. And as you all struggle, actually, hold on.
We tie some ropes to each other.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, as you're struggling,
Yeah, climbing kit.
Lulan's got climbing gear and is just acing this. She's like got these like boots and gloves that can almost just allow her to swing. The elves have very little issue hopping from rock to rock. Dravik, you're kind of like struggling, but as you go to slip, your tail wraps around like a root and allows you to pull yourself back up. And you can't help but you like catch Lulan's eyes. Your tail like wraps around this root.
Yeah, we have her eyes.
And you look away and you like billow your cloak over you.
I weigh out for Voltrum and Scribbles because I feel like they're gonna have a
I
difficulty.
mean, it's designed for small people. It should be fine.
Yeah, Voltrum and Voltrum and Bimley are just acing this fine. Voltrum doesn't realise that Scribbles is just holding onto the back of Voltrum's giant shield and just like being carried.
I'll probably just cling to someone. I'm not.
It's
gonna
particularly awkward when Voltrum like faces his back against the wall and just grinds.
All these pebbles and dirt. Eventually, you come to the very top of the snaking pass, and there's this iron gate. And Finley's like, I lack the strength to open it. And you kind of all like you're all like very close together in this very narrow corridor of earth.
Is that sheer drop still there?
No, you're now like trapped in like a little cavern, basically.
Can I look at the lizard and go, "Go on, big man"?
Or he's on his hands and knees.
Okay, Voltrum will take his shield off, place Scribbles on the ground, take his shield off, like wedge it in, and then start levering with the shield and all his weight.
Very good.
Just melt the log.
This like gate opens like with this juttering and echo, and the echo just goes on forever. You hear
Nice.
this echo
Still.
just keeps going in this empty space.
Ooh.
Quiet.
Yeah, like you know when Pippin pulls the arrow out. And
Oh, no.
You're like, so it just
And
echoes.
Voltrum's there just.
And that echoes as well.
Job
Finn-
done.
yeah.
Let's go.
And Finley just goes, what was the point in climbing? We could have taken the easy route up. You're supposed to be a lord, damn it. Right,
Can I look at the main gate and be like, can I go that way now?
No, you're inside so it's black, cavernous, like nothing. There's no ancient braziers lit. There's no welcoming of the dwarves. There's no torches lit. It's just darkness, and the moonlight shines like reflected by the cold stone outside, bounces through the giant great door to your right. You're inside the great hall. and like as far as you can tell, like you can see about 4 of these chests. I still don't know what that word is.
How do you not know?
Because I googled it. And
I
it was
literally
like,
sent you the definitions.
yeah, but what one do you want?
Right now, light.
Light. Not as a blood mage, sorry. Although Freya can light.
Yeah. I can.
Can I
So, yeah.
see well in the dark?
Okay, technically, I want to die. I want to die. The other one, the dying one.
Hold on.
you
Wait,
No,
Alex, just before they put the light on, as like a lizard creature, do I have any beneficial
you
dark
can see
sight?
underwater.
Just underwater, so not just in
Technically,
darkness.
elves have better vision in the dark.
Oh,
Yeah, you
great.
do have
Yeah,
that
yeah.
vision in the dark, but it's still dark.
Do you spot
Yeah,
anything?
you're a half elf, so you can't really.
It's still like you're in this.
Oh,
You've
okay.
all kind of crawled in through this iron
Oh.
gate. So hold on, you've all crawled in through this iron gate, and it's like super dark and silent, other than the that's still echoing and bouncing off the Great Hall.
Someone's fapping.
That's Voltron clapping in his own hands.
Does it start coming back now? It's reached the end of the chamber.
Yeah.
And working its way back.
So what do you want to do now? You're all standing up again.
Okay.
So what? We're just standing in the dark.
Yeah.
Okay, can Frey's gonna light a little fire in her hand?
So suddenly all these rats right now. I'm joking. This fireball lights up and it gives you about like a couple of meters radius either side, like of light, and it puts a blue tint on everything.
How?
And you see so much mud has been tracked in from this great hall, like through the great door even.
You know that was the
We see
huge,
animal prints as well.
purple
Yeah, they're animal
beam.
prints.
You know the huge purple beam into
Yeah.
the sky. How close are we in our current location to that reaching the purple beam?
It's kind of like it would be in the next like couple of rooms along.
So we're
it's
fairly
like-
close. Okay.
Yeah, it would be. It's going through cliff face basically.
I recommend we approach expecting heavy resistance. Prepare yourselves. And then I'm gonna get my like double-bladed dagger out and just sort of start sneaking along with the level of vision that Freya's torch shows us.
Yeah, so I'll walk. I'll like both hands with 2 little fires.
And I get out my
Walk
bow and
forward.
then like kind of brush past the lizard,
Yeah. So
take the lead.
you like kind of all you take up at this defensive position. Even Finley's like drawn his short
So,
sword while holding.
just
his
so,
crutch.
like-
Yeah, my
What?
blades are like whipping on my hand.
So Freya's obviously in front, and Lizard, and then obviously Rhino bumps Lizard.
His name's Dravek. Just
Yeah.
the poor man has a name.
Rhino bummed lizard.
Well, I'm just like waiting for the fire to like continue, like an NPC who's like, "Come on, we gotta go check out the door. Come on, gotta go check
Yeah,
out
so
the
I'm
door."
gonna walk towards
Okay,
the
yeah,
door.
that's what we're
That
doing,
door's
Alex.
looking pretty interesting right now.
So the door is this huge. Like you can see why Finley said it was near indestructible. Like it goes up as far as like the ceiling of this great hall, and the door is like I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 foot wide and thick. Each one is made of solid stone with like fused metal beams on the inside. To make this open, undoubtedly it's only from the inside.
Okay.
Did we knock?
Well, you're in the Great Hall already. The door's outside, leading back to the snake pass. You're already
Oh,
in the
right.
Great Hall.
No, what door are you talking about? This is the next
we
door.
look up?
Yeah, what door are you
Oh, there
talking
is no
about?
next door yet.
Oh, well,
Surprise.
we're in the Great Hall, and what Freya's doing is leading us slowly further into the
Oh,
darkness.
So pillars
whoa.
and pillars like grow out of the ground, holding this great ceiling up, and you suddenly hear this like shifting,
Hang
and
on.
Finley stops.
Did you
Alex,
say
can
those
you-
pillars grew out of the ground, or do I
No,
mishear that?
they're just like they're made of stone carved all the way up to hold the very mountains
Okay.
above you
And
up.
Rhino wants
Alex,
to say
the
something.
doors were closed behind us.
No, the doors are open. The doors, nothing's changed. You've
Okay,
snuck in
okay.
the secret passageway.
Okay.
The doors are open.
Yeah,
So you go in, you hear this like ching ching, ching ching, and you see on the floor, like as Freya holds her hand out, this dwarf is like malnourished and just crawling, just bumping into this pillar in front of him. Both his legs seem to be like missing and just stumps. His fingernails have been torn off. His fingers are like blooded down to the bone, and his nose is concave and crushed in as he's just pushing his way up into this pillar, crawling, almost dead-eyed, just
Voltron
staring
is gonna
forwards.
like
Anti-decay?
sprint over to him.
Finley also tries to match Voltron's sprint and then just stops dead, and his crutch hits the floor, sending out this like this echo shockwave of wood hitting concrete. And as you all turn to Finley, like his eyes just glass over, and he just grabs his short sword. Goes,
I just smack him in the
through his
face.
own throat.
Oh,
This
missed it.
blade shoots out the back of his neck, and he just starts going, and blood starts pooling out, staining his armor this
Can
crimson color as he falls forwards and just jams
Can
the
I
blade
try and stop the
further.
blood? Can I try and stop the blood from leaving his
Lila
body?
runs over, holding Finley's neck as just, and he just stops gargling, and this blood trickles along the concrete, like even more illuminating each footprint that's come in. The dwarf next to you hardly notices as he just continues dragging his stumps forwards, his fingers just digging into a concrete surface that won't break, and so you just
Voltron
see
is just gonna snap his neck and place his hand on his back and move on.
the shifting stops.
Like-
You almost hear like a silence enter the air, and far more intimidating silence than before.
Okay,
Can I roll a perception check?
This-
can I gauge whether what I just witnessed Finley did of his own accord, or whether it looked like he was possessed to do so?
His eyes
It's
crossed
almost
over.
impossible for you to tell, other than you all thought for a split second. He was running and then just stopped, stood still, dropped his crutch, drew his blade, and went.
Okay, I'm gonna
Fell
put my
forwards.
hand in front
That
of
almost took-
Voltrum and go, Dwarven friend, you should go further back. We don't know whether this just affects your race. Give us a chance to look forward, and we will call you whether we need you. Stay here for the moment, for your own safety.
Unfortunately, I am the head of this dagger, and I'm going to turn to Scribbles and say, where is this magic coming from? Point the way.
Undoubtedly, as Scribbles will confirm, that it's from where the book is emanating, where the giant pillar of flame has shot through all of this dwarven structure and out of the mountains and burned its way to the sun.
Like, Voltrum is just going to be straight up devastated and just no emotion. Like, it's like utter broken man, followed by like the deep breath and then emotionless turning and going, and just whatever pace you guys keep, he's going to be 2 paces ahead of you.
As
Yeah,
you
just
march
to run after
leading
it.
this,
Wait. So, the guy that's obviously
Dead.
crawling across the floor, is he still doing that?
No,
No, he's
Voltrum
dead.
snapped
He's
his
dead.
neck.
Voltrum snaps
No,
his
he's-
neck.
okay, he's 100% dead. Okay, right. I'll try speed up to Voltron because of the
the
light.
light moves and follows with Freya as you all try and match her pace.
I'm gonna keep right at the back.
As you keep up with Voltrim, all of you are now brandishing your weapons. All of your hairs are standing up on your arms, your necks, and all the chosen ones that are branded, your brands begin to bleed slowly as like single droplets of red blood begin to pour from the open wound that will never heal.
Did Scribbles get that?
No, Scribbles isn't branded.
Okay.
Brandon.
Well, I guess we continue further.
The Great Hall, after like pillar after pillar after pillar, you see that like tables have been pushed aside, more food has been left out, weapons have been dropped, everything is empty as far as the eye can see, and at the very end, there's these like giant oak doors that are open, and this pulsating light, this purple pulsating light that shimmers through, but the walls don't seem to be made of stone anymore. This corridor before you, behind this oaken door, seems almost writhing and contorting with each pulse of purple flame and each pulse of purple light.
Perception check.
What's your perception?
7.
Oh wow. Your elven eyes and your arcane knowledge of the dark undoubtedly present to you that you are aware that the book has been opened in what is probably an important room, and the walls are organic and are almost dwarven in structure, both.
You're saying that there's dwarves in the walls. The walls, the pillars are made of fucking dwarf. Okay, lovely.
What kind of Attack on Titan shit is this?
The floor, the ceiling,
Some sort of
the
Attack on
corridor,
Titan shit that's going
the
on.
entire
clearly.
corridor is now just mangled flesh that seems to breathe and writhe and seep blood, pus.
I'm going to share that with the group.
How far to the book?
A couple yards, maybe, at best. It's in the throne room, undoubtedly, at the end of this corridor.
How many are we blockaded by this flesh, or is it like you can walk into the room
No,
and the
it's just on. It's you can step on it, walk over it.
Oh, okay. Is there a lot
No.
of it?
Let's not do that.
Wait,
It's
is there
gonna
is there a
attack us.
lot? Is there a lot of it?
I think it's like the
You
whole
can't
floor,
see a stone
ceiling,
wall anymore.
It's just flesh morties everywhere.
Wait, so is it flesh on the wall or flesh
wall.
in the way to the
wall,
door?
the wall is
No,
flesh.
the
I think.
wall. It's a tunnel of flesh.
Oh.
If someone is going to stop Vultrim, they need to do it soon.
I'm just going to
He's going to
grab
take
Vulture.
another couple of steps forward towards
I'm
the
grabbing
book.
Vulture.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Luden's
go- wait.
going-
Wait a second. Wait, look at what's in front of you. It's a massive wall of flesh, and it's very easy to get to the book. If that does not signal, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and it's not going to be
I'm
easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Oh,
This is a boss
I have an
battle.
idea.
Approval
No.
from everyone. I'm going to do with approval with it. So I won't do it until everyone says yeah. We'll fire one small fireball down the corridor, just a small one, to light up what the hell's down there before we all go down there. The
Are
corridor
you going to
of
go
flesh.
to the gate then?
Can
Are
we
you going to the gate?
can we see the
No,
book
I'm
from our
staying back.
location?
No, you can't see. The
So
book.
Oh,
we're at the
I
end
thought
of
you
the
said it was
corridor.
Yarkaway.
No. It's undoubtable that the book is at the very end of this.
Right.
this
So
corridor.
we're at one
You're not even
side.
at the entrance to the corridor. You've
That's
just
what I mean.
only
So we're at
Luden's
one
made
end
out.
of the corridor.
I think we did go
corridor's
to the
covered in
entrance of the
flesh,
corridor.
and
No,
then there's the
no.
door.
Freya, you're not even near the corridor. Lulin's elven eyes, because you rolled
Okay.
a 1 in a perception test, has
Right.
been able to
Okay.
spot
Alright.
it. Which
Okay.
1 is a good thing, sorry.
Okay. I guess we'll just go to the corridor then.
So you get to the entrance of the corridor,
Right.
and every so often this like pulsating light comes through, revealing this mangled contortion of flesh on ceiling, floor, and walls. And there's even some bones, and occasionally the bones, like as the flesh pulses and bends, a bone might pop out for a second before being absorbed. And it's almost like it's breathing.
Okay, can we see directly, like
All the way down this
through-
corridor, every time a pulse of light comes through, the corridor is about, I don't know,
So is the corridor empty apart from all the flesh? Alright.
and it's a long corridor, but it's where the pulsating is originating from is at the very end of this.
I have an
corridor.
idea.
Can I see the book?
No,
Oh,
Jesus.
the door's closed.
There's no closed
Before
door.
we walked up to the
Listen,
corridor.
people, there's no closed door. It's a pulsating corridor of flesh.
With the door at the end of it.
It's open.
Hold
Okay.
on.
And the
Then what,
book is
so
at
we
the end.
can't see the book through the
You
door
can't
at
see
the end
the
of the
book.
corridor.
No, there is no door. At the end of this
You
corridor
just said
is
there was a door.
you're next to the open doors. This
Okay.
corridor, fleshy corridor,
Yeah,
pulsating
forget
lights
the
coming
door.
through.
Right,
You know
Imagine
the
a
book,
horror game.
you know the book is at the end of this corridor because light keeps shining through.
Okay.
Purple light.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, I have an ability where I can almost create a water element-esque arm. I theorize that perhaps if I stretch it to the end of this corridor without touching any flesh on the floor, wall, or ceiling, perhaps we will learn something without openly letting them know that we're here, like shooting a fireball. However, if you disagree with
Very
me,
Tiny fireball. Tiny.
I am happy with that plan too, but it will touch the flesh. So it's up to
This
you.
just seems very much up Scribble Street.
I was going to say, can I just walk over and close the book?
No, you
I
can't
was
see the
gonna-
book. If I have to say that one time, I'm going to
How-
stab myself in the neck.
Is the corridor like 100 yards? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's long. It's long. It's long enough that you can't make the end of the corridor out, except for a
Right.
pulsating light that comes. It comes all the way down the corridor and stops, and then
Let me
does it
let me
again.
put my hand on the flesh and see if I can understand what's going on.
We're about to die.
The flesh just feels cold and writhing and wet.
I'm
It's
gonna put my
alive, don't
penis in
forget.
it. I mean, what?
Fuck it,
I'm
I
gonna.
will do it.
Oh, for
The
fuck's
moment you
sake.
step on it, Reiner, it's
No, I
Just
didn't step on it. I just said, "Fuck it, fireball it."
yeah. Oh right. Oh.
Oh.
Don't step on it. Yeah, fucking
Do
shoot
we
the
have to
fireball.
float through it?
Shoot
Do we
the.
have to float through it?
Just do a fucking fireball.
Do a little one. See if we can see anything.
We all agree, like, if this fucks up, we're not going to be like, ooh, fucking Freya fucked up.
Yeah, every other plan doesn't seem to
Of
be
course
working.
we are.
You
but-
said don't touch as soon as you touch it, so maybe don't
Well,
touch it.
Scribbles touched
Well, I
it.
don't know
nothing
where it
happened.
is, I can't see it.
Shoot a fireball, little one, down the corridor.
Okay, just so we know how long the corridor is and how far it is. Okay.
I have a better idea. Why don't we like light an end of Reiner's arrow and he fires it down because that was further.
Yeah.
But the other thing I was thinking is I was going to tie some
Although,
rope
just-
to one of my arrows and fire it and try and hit the book.
That we don't know if it's there.
I
though.
can't. That I
Oh
can't
my
see.
God.
That I can't
You
see. I
can't-
aim it
you
at the
don't-
bottom of the light.
You don't know for certain the
bring it
book
back.
is there, other than when you open the book at the crag, it was the
That's what I
exact
mean.
same pillar
Let's just
of
throw
light.
fire down it, light it up, see how far the corridor goes.
Shoot the fire Reiner arrow. Light one of his arrows. on fire.
Voltrim
How about I
turns
just
over.
set
his
Ryan on
shoulder.
fire and then I'll fire the fireball?
Right,
Voltrim
guys.
looks over his shoulder and says, "Does anyone else hear that?
Hear what?
The words? O
What did
King
they
of
say?
Kings." No?
No.
No.
You should not go.
the book.
Branded,
Yeah, you're not going in there. you're not
branded
going
in the
there.
dark. And Voltrim is just going to take a step
Can I
forward.
No,
I'm-
Lulin's
Okay,
got you.
And he stopped. Okay, you're stopping him. Fair enough.
Lulin's got you. Shoot the fucking
Continue
arrow.
talk. Well, I can't take my hand off now. Voltrim, what is the book saying?
I don't know where the noise is coming from, but O King of Kings, branded in the dark.
Well, let's light this motherfucker up.
This sounds like they want you. Last I heard that
Yeah,
Finley
we're not going
said
in there.
you were
Yeah.
a king, right? No, you cannot go.
What did
Yeah, yeah,
what did the false queen say? What were the words she used?
Ooh.
The four kings?
Yeah. No.
Where is
there was
where's the fourth?
I don't know, mate, but you did lose a lot of your memory earlier on.
It's not now. It's not now. Where does this go? And then he's going to take a couple of steps back and now just start pacing side to side.
Lulin's gonna keep her eye on him.
I'm still
Can I
waiting for Reiner
tear a
to
little bit of
shoot a
fabric
fire.
off the lizard's like tunic, whatever it is?
No.
Roll it up onto the end of an arrow, and then get Lulin to light it.
Fucking light something up. Light your
Freya-
fucking end of your arrow.
Freya
You
is
can't
not
do it.
lighting
Right.
anything.
Why not?
Because she's waiting to see what's going on. She's not gonna freaking follow you, is she?
Look, the book is talking to the only dwarf in our party, saying some shit, and it's very sus. We're either gonna go in or we're gonna back out and go the front way.
This is the only way.
There's the front way through the front gate.
Aw,
We've come to the
excellent.
front gate. We've bypassed the section which leads to the front gate. Yeah.
I missed that then. Yeah, then
He was
either we
ripping up
back
the
out or
floor.
we go forward. There's no good step.
Beltram,
Voltrim is just listening to not a word you're saying.
okay,
It's as
can I
if
slap
there's
him around the face?
conversation constantly
Oh
going.
my
If
God,
you
go
go
for
for
him.
him,
Ryan,
gonna
Go for
grab
him.
your hand.
Freya, just throw the fireball.
Freya's watching Voltron.
Beltram, talk to me!
Literally, Freya gets Ryan at the cuff of the shirt and puts a fireball right under his chin, going, "Shut the fuck up" for 2 seconds.
There's more. There's so much more. The fourth king. Do we know any names of these kings? Do we know anything? This is to the group. He's like asking, do we know anything about that?
Probably. Not that I remember right now.
The words are saying, who is the fourth? The time of the fourth has not yet arrived.
How many races are there?
The marks have been made. The marks. Does that refer to? And I grab Rhino and I spin him and I just point to the mark on his neck. The marks have been made.
The marks at the back of our necks? No?
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, clearly, because that's what you pointed at, but there's more than 4 of us.
Why am I
No.
summoned? Who summoned?
Don't say crazy bitch with the book.
Is Vulture marked?
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
marked. He was with us.
He is marked.
The only one who isn't
Do
is
not-
Scribbles.
Do not harm them. There's
not harm-
there's more than one. There's more than one creature speaking here. They belong to the fourth.
Can I
Anarian.
stop taking Vulture out?
Anarian is claiming the fourth. We need to go. We need to stop dallying. We need to go through this now.
What,
Shoot the
towards
fireball.
book?
Shoot the fireball.
Alright, Leona's gonna step forward then.
Vultrum is right behind her.
Okay. Well, Freya's obviously going because she's got the freaking light, so yeah,
So
she's
are you firing your fireball, Freya?
yeah, shoot the fireball.
Freya's open palm opens and this blue ball of light masses and then explodes outwards, filling up this corridor. The flesh kind of reaves and bends away to escape the flames as it licks past. The purple light comes and the blue fire goes straight through it and illuminates this cavernous hall at the end of the corridor with a shadowed, enormous figure at the end of it, like this writhing, pulsating heart of meat at the end, where the you can kind of make for a split second that the book is kind of wedged into it as this like contorting, agonizing, beating heart lives at the center, kind of wrapped around the throne.
Did the fireball do any damage? Or
No,
I
it did nothing but illuminate it.
Oh, it's a tiny one, so.
Well, we best be
great-
pressing on.
It seems to not like light.
Just
putting
the
it out
flesh
there.
kind of bended away, but it the moment the flame went past, it went back to normal.
Yeah, so it doesn't like flame
I'm
or
gonna
light.
get my
They fear our arrival.
double-sided
Why do they
blade.
fear our
Concerned with
arrival?
us
I'm
being
gonna
here.
stab
It's
it
too
into the
early.
flesh.
Well, then let's
You
go.
Too
stab into the
early.
flesh, this like sound as like blood just pulls out and just
Can
nothing
Freya-
changes.
Okay.
Too early.
Oh,
Can I take a step towards the fucking bird?
Yeah, you step on the flesh and it kind of
I'm
feels
turning
gross.
back to Vulture and going, too early? What does that mean?
It's like
Means we need
gross
to go
underfoot.
now.
but that's it.
Anarian is who they're waiting for.
Can I keep walking?
He's not here yet.
Oh, then we need to
I start
stop it,
running.
no?
We need to go.
I start
we
running.
need
I
to
start
go.
running towards the book.
Okay.
Reiner sprints through the book and immediately is brought to his knees. He lets out this agonizing scream as blood sprays from his brand. The doors of the Great Hall close behind you, and
Oh,
each
for
lantern is
fuck's
lit,
sake,
illuminating this
Reiner.
empty hall other than the 2 corpses you've left behind.
I vote we leave him. This is it. That's too much now.
I mean, you have a reaction to jump in the door.
No,
but-
like
Do you want to jump in the Great Hall door and get crushed?
we clearly,
Ah, fuck.
Fuck
clearly
this guy.
said we're gonna have to wait, and then you just go.
Why hide at the end of my creation? Come, sit. Let's discuss. Or perhaps your friend here means nothing. It's like... Oh, wait 1 second, sorry.
This like shadow wraps around Reiner and lifts him up by the neck, and you hear like crunching as his screams are muted.
Can I cast?
Wait. So
Okay.
how far? So Reiner's clearly there now.
Mm.
How far are we from.
You're at the start of the corridor, and Ryan's at the end of the corridor.
Right, so we can see right at the end of the corridor, Ryan is getting wrapped up in things.
Yeah, and this smoky arm appears from a tendril and grows out.
Lulan and Freya wouldn't. No, Lulan and Voltron wouldn't have been too far behind because they were the first ones to go.
Yeah.
So they would be like a considerable distance down.
Yeah,
right?
you're halfway down the corridor, but Ryan sprinted. He said, and so Ryan is being held up by this gigantic shadowed figure. Where literally the smoke is almost like billowing off his like this cloak, and this crown is upon his head. This like.
Can I throw my serrated dagger at him?
It just goes straight through him.
Fucking light a fire.
It goes straight through Reiner, the dagger.
No,
the smoky person.
Okay, is he within my range, Alex?
Hold on, he's 9 foot tall. One gigantic smoked wing unfurls from his back.
No.
This long cloak is billowing. He's completely made of smoke, other than he's able to have some sort of form to hold Reiner up. Everyone who's branded, you're in agony. Like, you're absolute agony. The blood is just pouring out of your neck wound. And
So
he's,
what is he? Is he like a creation that the book made, or like is this the book alive?
Isn't it like an Aryan shadow,
An Aryan? No.
By the way, if Lulan is attacked and takes a wound or whatever as damage, she gets blood fury. So she just kind of like buries stuff.
Elf.
So she kind of just stops the bleeding.
I guess I haven't got the mark, so I'm not in agony or bleeding.
Everyone who's marked is on their knees.
So I'm.
Yeah, you're
everyone's
fine,
now at my
and
eye
I'm
level.
fine.
Yeah,
Well, apart from
so
me.
Dravik and Voltron are just standing there confused.
Okay, is Reiner in my range?
No, you and Scribbles at the end of the corridor.
I'm
with
gonna
Freya,
pick
Lulan
up
and
Scribbles,
Voltron.
put him on my shoulder, if he's sort of willing, and I'm gonna charge forward.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
And as I'm charging forward while those two are on their knees, as soon as I think I'm within range, I'm gonna cast my water prism on Reiner to hopefully create a separation between the Shadowbound and him.
Clever creature. I didn't predict your kind. You're new.
This like water separates the shadow, and Reiner's released and dropped to the floor.
Well, he
It's
would
like the
drop
water-
into the water, right?
Yeah. It
bubble?
kind of like pops because this gravitational pull is pulling Reiner to his knees. Reiner looks up, and it just
Fancy the
standing
look.
there is this 9-foot figure, this like smoked crown of shadow upon its head, this one wing extended, these two like long arms. Almost the armor is smoking as well. It's trying to keep a shape, but it can't.
All right,
Can I roll a perception for one? With
Okay.
being how close I am.
Whilst he's doing that, I'm going to take initiative and just fire my mouth water cannon straight past the shadow into the heart, the beating heart.
It kind of like slices and like blood just starts pooling out behind the shadow, and you now notice that it's Rollo being like stretched. His skin has all been peeled off, and he's like everything behind him that's absorbing the throne. All the dwarfs have been crushed together and condensed into this like meat structure, and all their skin has been flayed onto it. So like it's just a mangle of heads and limbs, like glazed eyes, begging and screaming and pouring at the empty air. Some are already like kind of dead and weakened, like a zombie horde that's been left out in the sun. But they've all physically one thing. And it's Rollo and Bjorn, his father, at the base near the throne, as they desperately like reach towards this golden throne, where the book is sitting there on top, firing into the light.
Where's the shadow coming from?
Nowhere, just standing there.
Okay, so that water beam opened
Can
the
us in
flesh
agony
enough
do
to
any
see them.
moves, or are we just paralyzed?
You're paralyzed currently.
Okay, I'm gonna Scribbles. It's down to me and you, right? So I'm gonna keep charging. I've shot that thing at them. I go, they are casualties of war. Show no mercy. And trying to, I'm gonna do my spinning jump. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna because he's fucking Scribbles is on me, so I can't do
Before you do that,
Yeah.
Alex, are these people alive or dead?
Impossible to say. I would say
They
alive.
close the
It really
book.
depends on what you would class as alive.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna grab Scribbles,
so
hold him like this, and then with one hand with the dual bladed, do a spinning jump, holding Scribbles through the shadow bound.
As you jump, he just swats you. He backhands you into the ground
Okay.
with this bone sickening crunch as you like land on the floor in a pile of carcasses.
Okay, I think I took the brunt, so
Interesting.
Scribbles should be alright.
Question. Why do
Okay.
you wish to fight something? As I am God, and you are nothing. Even these beings are branded. They are worthy of something. But you struggle against powers that even you can't comprehend, Monster Hunter. Tell me.
well, tell us what powers these are then. that
The
you speak of.
Sapphire Isles will burn. And you, halfling, beyond your time, you've extended your life too long.
I would agree.
Popo.
Oh.
Whoa! The shadow starts
Arrested.
running with TVs under his arm.
Can I stand up? Or am I too hurt?
You're too hurt.
I'm gonna.
Alex, I don't know if
too
it's a
hurt.
thing.
Scribbles, it's down to you right now. I'm too hurt.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to this thing and say, "Tell me about these powers that you speak
God.
of. I've always lusted for power, and well, I'm curious to know what you can do. You say you're a god. Well, how? What powers that
Valerian
makes you a
wanted
god?
you, but you're a tricky little thing.
I have to say, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. An Aryan never approached me to ask me. I would have just said yes. I've always been interested. I mean, look at me.
A willing
literally a-
sacrifice.
I'm a
Interesting.
willing sacrifice to the dark gods. I mean, this is literally what I've spent my entire life doing. You know I hate
And tell
humanity.
me, do you know my name?
No, I've never
I
met
am
you
the
before.
second king. The one-winged.
The second king of what, though?
Everything. I am chaos. I am this world. Before and after the dragon came. And you creatures,
He turns to Voltrim.
so pesky, my brother made. So magic resistant, that all I could do was bind and forge this hilarious offering to my brother. Let him see my work. Look upon mighty in despair. My time is coming. I am the second king, the third, the first, and soon to be the fourth. We will ascend, and I so look forward to meeting you all in the flesh.
Send how? I must know more.
Why spoil the surprise?
Because I want to know
shouldn't
now.
even be here now. When it's too early. Take your book.
Freya's just at the end of the corridor realizing what he is.
Elf girl.
Like a pure panicked realizing
Your
what he
kind
is.
descended from mine. So weak in structure, so small, so pitiful. One element isn't enough. You're not worthy. None of you, even you, Blood Mage, forged. Child 47.
Ultra 76.
Voltron. Your spirit lingers far too long, ageless. You struggle to strive and survive, leading this group to their doom. You know what's coming.
I
She's
don't
meddled.
know what's coming. What's coming? What's happening?
The eclipse.
And with that, the smoke just dissipates, and the book is all that's left, like illuminating the ground. The blood stops pouring out your brands, and you're all able to stand.
Can I run over and go close the book?
You
I'd
close the book.
probably closer.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not letting scribbles anywhere near the fucking book after what you just said.
And yeah, you're plunged into darkness, and all you can hear is this this writhing.
That's how.
Freya lights a fireball again.
That sound effect is so jarring.
So you're all just standing there.
I think we're all in
Well,
shock.
I
think
just wanna run out.
Voltrum is on his knees, just coming
Right,
to
yeah,
terms with what's
Freya's
just
like-
happened.
In absolute shock of what just happened as well.
And that was a shadow formation of the second king.
Is there any essence or remnants of the king left?
No, it was just like a mirror image, basically. He was just interested.
Fair
So
enough. So
was
he wasn't
he-
even there.
No, it wasn't him. It was just a projection.
He just popped in
And
to
we
have
were
a
that
look at this
powerless
anomaly.
for literally a projection.
Mm-hmm.
Well, us marked ones were.
Well, I
Even
mean,
though-
we all were.
Marked.
Yeah, but the marked made us paralysed.
Mm.
But he also said something about it giving us power, so.
I think we should get these marks removed.
Can I roll a perception on the beating heart that's still like above us?
Yeah,
and
so,
see if there's
so
anything that I can
you don't
do.
even need to roll a perception. Basically, there was all the dwarfs and animals have been crammed and like meat tenderized into one thing. So they're all surgically connected, like human centipede, basically. Just all crammed in together, and it's just this huge blobule of like creatures and animals, basically connected, and they're all just like silently writhing in pain.
Is there anything we can do?
You only recognize Rollo and King Lord Bjorn, his father.
Are they?
Are
Do they
they
look
in enough
conscious?
of a like?
No, they're not conscious in the sense where you can talk with them, and there's
What?
nothing.
What are they doing? Sorry, I just missed that.
They're basically just connected. They're like writhing in pain.
Can with Voltron's permission, can Freya kind of disintegrate them?
Yeah, put them out
Whoa,
there.
whoa!
No,
But
just
before
put them
that,
out of their misery because they.
Yeah, let's
shouldn't.
give Rolo a bit.
He loves
It's like
beer.
literally like
Or
just
pour it
flesh.
into his
He
mouth.
loves
before-
beer. It might reawaken him.
You have to climb up the meat mountain basically to get.
That's
to
what I
the
mean.
light.
Like with Voltron's permission, can Freya,
I'll just chuck it over him.
you know,
Just
I
splashed.
think Voltron will turn to Freya and just say, "There is nothing more we can do for them except help, and I think you're the best option.
mm.
Help them all." And then he's gonna just kind of look out over the mass of flesh that's
This
in
is going
this
up
room.
hundreds of feet, by the
Yeah.
way. Filling.
That is-
Well, like so, right,
it
like
is-
on the walls and the floor.
Yeah,
And...
all the way up. Yeah.
Okay, can Freya
is-
go?
Yeah.
Well, we
and
should
this
probably
is-
all
We need
leave,
Rhino's
and then
air
you should.
magic
Oh,
Yeah.
also, by the way.
Let's all.
Voltron is not gonna go anywhere.
Rhino, if you use your wind wall and she puts a fireball through it, bigger fireball.
it's like covering
no.
everywhere.
What Freya's gonna do?
If
Freya's
anything,
gonna, like,
Freya needs to
heat
fucking
up.
alt the whole page.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna use my ult, but Freya's gonna like heat up her hands and then kind of start a fire by like
Blood
Yeah.
actually burns
Ben-
very well. It's very
yeah,
toxic, Rich.
bending
As does
like
fat.
going to the like bending down to the floor and then just
So you
gently
you all exit-
lighting the
You
first
all,
bit
other
of
than
flesh.
Freya and Voltron, you exit the meat corridor as she puts her hands on the floor and it just illuminates. This blue fire like burns away. There's no screams, there's nothing except the writhing like meat just slowly burning as the giant throne room bursts into flames. Because the fat is so hot, it melts the mortar, and like the throne room begins to collapse beneath it, and you're all forced to flee, running through the great hall and out into the cold air as it like slaps across your face. You run past Finley and the disabled dwarf as the pillars begin to crumble and crack, the stronghold collapsing beneath the broken mortar. Closing. You've obviously got the books. None of you.
Yeah, I've got the book.
Yeah. You run outside, and behind you, the great door remains open, but the passageway is sealed in rubble.
Well, that's the end of the dwarves.
Oh, just of this hole.
So Voltrim is gonna turn to the party.
Give 2 seconds.
Give 2 seconds
Yeah.
before I start laying into everyone.
Well, it's more the fact that wait for Tom to get back.
I'm back.
So Voltrim is going to turn to the party. Things are Angel's not here, so Tom being here is not the problem. He's going to look at every single one of you. Like, let's just say the massive valley is behind him, and we're looking out the front door. Every life that was lost here, from the lords to the women, the children, to the animals in the trees, was lost because of us. Because we fucked up. We now know what is going to happen if we continue to fuck around. And he probably is going to walk up to Reiner and just kick him in the chest and say, we need to not fucking attack everyone on the first available opportunity. He's going to go to Freya, he's going to turn and say, we're going to not fucking attack our allies over nothing. I'm so angry at myself for getting sucked in. And we couldn't save them. We're meant to be heroes and we can't save them.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Luna's just gonna go up. Luna's just gonna go up to Vulture and just smother him in a hug.
Vulture
Like,
He's
get onto her
just
knees
gonna
and hug.
break. He's gonna absolutely break.
Silver tears descend down Voltrim's cheeks, the moonlight bouncing off them as his cloak is billowed by the wind atop the Snaken Pass. Snow is falling from the mountains, and behind you the blue flyer and the collapsed hall begins to jutter out and dim as the remaining fat and blood is burned away by Freya's magic. As the lot of you try and avoid the embrace of Lulan and Voltrim, you look down across the valley and see that this mountain would have held an invasion for years, but what it couldn't survive was an invasion from the inside of their minds.
all right, just to wait to rub it in a little bit more, Alex.
As quickly as that kind of explosion happened, he is gonna turn to Freya and say, thank you for what you did just then, though.
You're welcome.
None of us could have done that. And Reiner, he's gonna then turn to and say, and thank you for rushing to it as quickly as you did. We've got so much to learn. And we're so outgunned.
You guys have Groovy on, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Can I just put a hand on his shoulder and be like, bro, we can only do the best as we can do. Like,
And we have to do better. As we saw here, we have to do better. And he's just gonna pack up the bag, give everyone like a squeeze on the shoulder, squeeze on the hand, and as with someone that clearly hasn't processed properly what's just happened, he's gonna kind of take that deep breath and walk away.
As you begin down the steps towards the Snake and Bars, there, standing, leaning on his staff, is the Lawmaster. His cloak isn't picked up by the wind, and he's looking haggard and tired. Voltrim, my boy, that was no easy sight. I felt your pain, even though I am miles away. Were I there, I could offer some comfort of touch. This quest was not an easy one. I apologize, but it was not my position to choose. Fate has guided my hand, and all of you, even you, Dravik, son of Drayden, of the Sapphire Isles, all of you are just twines wrapped up in this war of light versus dark. I would offer you more comforting words, but know that your quest is pure. And once we have revived the flame, perhaps we can burn away the darkness forever and succeed where our predecessors have failed. He coughs and quite clearly there's blood coming out of his mouth. Chaos's hand is getting stronger for them to be able to gain form of any kind, of this power, of this magnitude, and to corrupt so many in such a widespread and such as hardy as the dwarfs. Your quest is even more important now. Dravik's duty to guide you to the basilisk is correct. And north of this mountain, as long as you follow the ridge, you will come to Lazarus in Midland and can begin collecting the second piece now that the grimoire has returned. My friends, coughs again, go forward now, and don't forget, you fight in the name of peace. And with that, he kind of shimmers away.
I don't really trust him. Just putting it out there.
Sorry, say again? I'm picking
I
this up.
don't really trust anyone in this world. Just putting it out there.
Whoa.
It's just lovely how he
Other
just
than like our
turns
group.
up.
But he's
Really?
watching you the entire time. He's the law
I know,
master.
but we haven't.
Yeah, but I don't put
put
it past you, Alex, to make him the ultimate enemy.
Jesus.
I mean, the guy who's trying to stop.
You not trust me to put a narrator in your story. God
Yeah.
damn it.
No.
God damn, I want character.
You had Fat Bob, but you got him killed.
Yeah.
He was
RIP.
your character.
Uh,
Oh my god.
I guess Dravik's gonna, this situation is clearly absolutely horrendous, and what we need right now is an objective. So he's gonna go, follow me. I will lead you to the basilisk.
Yeah, that's just what we want to do straight after doing that.
And he's gonna start heading towards
We gotta.
Lazarus.
I think
just
Voltrum is
punch
going to take the
Voltrum in the
book.
shoulder. No, what?
He's going to say he wants the book as kind of a penance because
I agree that
It's-
Bolton
it's
should have
It's
the
fair
book.
that he should. It's fair that he should have it, given what he's just been through.
That will
Plus, I don't trust it in Reiner's hands.
that
I mean, I
will
can't say shit. But
add to his depression, right? Obviously, I don't know this in my character.
he's
but-
much more resilient to it than you are, though.
Yeah, but he's also very receptive to the book, and the book talks
plus
to him.
everything you've just done, Reiner, this the last couple days, I think it's more sensible that, and the fact that you're part of the reason why we lost it. I think give it to Bolton.
And also,
I'm part of the reason
and
why we
also
lost it.
Bolton doesn't-
We all-
Bolton lost his
I'm part of the
entire-
reason we lost it.
And
This is not
Dravik,
time for
lost his
argument.
entire
I'm
population.
just saying, it was nothing
many
to do
of
with
his
me, the
race
fact that we
dead.
lost it. It was all on you.
Bolton's just seen
Right?
so
Yeah.
many of his race dead.
Now
he's
is
not gonna
not the
fucking
time.
open it because of this fucking book.
I'm
If
not
I had
gonna
anyone,
fucking
he's gonna
open
have
it.
what was in
Yeah,
it.
but you go off into
no,
pretty
no,
much death row
no.
every single
Dravik's
time.
going to get on his horse and just sort
No,
of motion to
I'm
stop
not-
arguing and to start traveling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah, I'm
use
gonna
the book
put
in my
Bolton on
possession
the horse
and continue
and
to
fucking
travel
go
off.
ahead.
I'm gonna say that
Not
Voltron
giving
gets
the
the
book.
book.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
but wait,
No.
Ryan's still got the book.
Yeah,
No,
happily.
I definitely don't think he should.
I'm not giving the book to someone that's just seen
Can-
tons of his kin
I know,
die.
I know.
I'm sorry, someone
Everyone
that's
gets
really
so annoyed about
unstable.
Freya for this, but can Freya just at this point throw Reiner to the floor, pin him down with a
I've
fireball?
already
round?
rode off.
No,
love.
wait,
I've
no,
already
no.
rode off.
No,
I
no,
know.
no.
I've gone.
My God.
I'm sorry, but I've gone.
No, honestly, right, that's it. I'm not having it. Freya's gonna ride after Reiner and then throw a fireball at the back of his at the back, or out of his back. And
I'm
can I
sorry,
roll?
this is the
I'll
same
roll
one
for it.
that
I'll roll
opened the
for it.
book.
I'm rolling
It's
for
the
it. I'm
same
rolling.
person that
Alex, roll
opened the
it.
book
Roll it.
and
Roll
started
it.
the
Roll
bar
it. Roll
fight that
it.
lost the book.
Alex, roll it.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
think.
As Reiner goes to ride away, Freya holds up her hand, and a fireball explodes out, and it narrowly misses, which causes Reiner's horse to throw him off, and he lands on the floor.
Okay, can I catch up to Reiner and pin him down with a fireball?
No, I have
No.
a reaction.
No. He's had so much reactions this session.
Your fireball's on cooldown.
Okay, fine.
Right,
Just like my
reaction,
knuckle
knife to the
dusters.
throat.
My knuckle dusters.
No.
Freya's
no,
just like
no.
literally like this, guy. I'm sick of the shit. Give the book to Voltrum. And someone help me out here, because you're just standing there doing nothing.
Reiner goes to stand. I mean, it's a quick time event, Max, so don't message me, just say it. So as
Right,
Reiner
okay, I
goes to
take out her
stand-
legs as she grabs me.
Can I react to it?
Wait, I don't. It's a quick time event. You just gotta.
Okay,
quick.
Freya
Right,
dodges
no.
out the way and trips Reiner up again.
See,
to
this is
put him
why
on the
quick
floor.
time events don't work, Alex. You have to take
Yes, they
turns
do.
and roll.
Okay. And again,
hold on.
Freya
Alright,
tugs
so
him.
wait. So Reiner stands up as Freya's running. What's your dex, sorry, Reiner?
10.
10.
Mine's also 10, if that helps.
Yes, it does, because now it's a roll off. Reiner goes to take out Freya's legs. Oh, now I've got to change the song. Give me a second.
Wait, while this is happening, can I possibly just cast my hands of the dead and just grab both of them to stop this for a second?
Oh, yeah, you can do.
Yeah, I just want to take hold of them
So-
both.
So both of you are about to like fly kick each other, and skeleton hands grab you both from the floor and pull you down to the ground.
And I just say, look, we've literally just been in one of the worst positions we have ever been in. One of our comrades has lost an unimaginable amount of life right now.
And yet
This
you
is
want
the
him
worst.
to take
Can
a
Freya-
book
yeah,
that
can-
I'm
whispers
gonna
into
squeeze
his
Max.
ear.
I'm gonna
even
squeeze
Freya
Reiner
be like
progressively
literally
harder.
so angry, going, literally, I know this. I know what he's feeling.
You opened the
Ken,
book!
yeah, I'm telling him that someone sensible like Voltrum should have the book, not you who runs into fire and gets killed every nearly fucking time.
Okay,
You
while
have to
they're
save your
arguing,
ass.
Open the book.
While they're arguing,
That's why I'm not taking it.
What's that, Scribbles?
Alex, move me
I
into
love
another
watching
chat.
Tom
2
during
seconds
this,
with you.
Okay, one second.
Oh my god. Why is not everyone agrees with me? Why am I the only one trying to
I've
stop it?
only just joined the
Now, I
party.
will give Voltrum the book, but I will not give it to him right now. He's just
Oh my
witnessed
God.
so many of his team
Yeah,
in
but he's
tie.
not going to
No,
get affected by it.
No.
You will, because you're weak like Angel, and then clearly.
I'm
does, but
sorry,
he's
I'm
more-
sorry, I'm sorry. You're
Whoa,
asking someone
whoa.
who's just seen a whole load of their kin die take an evil book that whispers into your
I
mind.
trust
I am.
Voltrum.
Voltrum
way
is
more.
asking for it.
Ask him for it.
Yes, I don't care.
And
I'm
he's
not
more
giving it to you
Alex, you're
level-minded
right
than
muted.
now.
Reiner. Reiner
Alex,
sees an
hold
enemy
on,
and goes,
DM's
fuck it, I'll just
talking.
run into it.
DM's talking.
DM is talking.
As,
Clap, clap,
as skeletal arms hold you two on your hands and knees, like yelling at each other. Scribbles just like kind of nods at you both as he walks past, opens up Reiner's bag, takes the book, and then walks past you again.
Thank you.
The two of you are oblivious to it as you just yell at each other's faces. As Scribbles just walks up to Voltrum and hands in the book.
Wow. Did not expect Scribbles to do that.
God.
I mean, one of us was going to. It was just whoever got a word in edgeways, I think.
I just want to clarify, because I feel like this really needs to be said. What I said earlier was nothing to do with how I actually feel. I just thought that was an enemy that we couldn't beat, and I was trying to buy us time.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking hate those guys.
I know,
But-
bro, but you are a necromancy and you are very unstable and you've got the staff that...
No, I mean, I
He's
literally
never
haven't
done
got the
anything bad
staff.
to us. bro.
Is
I
Reiner still
literally
bound?
haven't got the staff. I gave the
until
staff.
slowly,
yeah, me and-
slowly the bones crumble away and the two of you are able to stand again.
What's
Can
the
Freya-
stat
can Freya
debuff
be
of the book?
so angry that she's
It's
steaming.
like
Like,
minus
she's
1 perception,
steaming.
HP, and charisma.
Oh, I've got like dog
I
shit
spit
perception
on the
anyway.
floor
it's
next to
fine.
her. Do
Well,
something. Do it. Dare you.
Can I roll up behind Reiner, if possible, and with the base of my cleave, bonk him in the back of the skull
thank
for
fuck
trying
that.
for a knockout? if possible.
Yeah, what's your strength? Sorry.
Strength is 10.
Reiner is unconscious.
And I think Vulture is
Lovely.
going to go and like kneel down in front of Freya, hold her by the hands, and say, "Thank you for your passion."
Freya's got like the
But-
steam just kind of starts to cool down a little bit.
And he's just going to kind of look in your eyes, because obviously Vulture doesn't know anything about Freya's backstory, really. And it's just going to look in your eyes as the person that essentially just lost as many friends as he's ever made in his life, kind of thing. Just a broken person that goes, I understand what I've gone through, and I cannot put into words how this feels, but I think you understand. And thank you for your
Freya
emotions.
Freya just like hug Vulture.
Yeah, hug her back.
I'm
Like,
gonna
proper
literally.
hugs him.
I've got to go because I'm so tired of falling asleep.
Good
So
night.
at this point
Good
in
night,
time,
Scribble.
can I
This
just use
is,
my waystone to teleport
No,
to?
don't worry,
Just stay with the
calling
party.
it
Stay
here.
with the party.
Teleport to a bed.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there on that cliffhanger.
You'll make camp here, well, at the base of the
No,
mountain.
we'll go away from the fleshy mountain. Like, come on.
Yeah, let's not make
Yeah.
camp right next to it.
We'll make camp
let's
in
meet back up with
the
our stuff. And
So,
Hestia.
sorry, remind me again. -1 con, -1 perception, -2 charisma.
And health.
No, -1 charisma.
One
Con
health.
is health, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so Hestia, Timmy, and the staff will regroup with Bleety, and you guys will camp before journeying north for a couple of days to get to Lazarus.
Mm.
And that
Just-
thus ends chapter 1 of Act 2.
Guys, love you all. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
pass.
nice.
Good night, Scribbles.
Night.
Night.
Fuck.
Freya's gonna get to a point where she's just gonna explode fire because
Yeah.
No, she's just gonna kill Reiner. That's what's
Literally.
gonna happen.
she just
They're
got
gonna
rid of Angel. She just got rid of Angel. She's like, oh, finally peace. And then Reiner, and then she was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I
Ryan,
forgot
you
about.
stepped up your game of being the most annoying.
That's what I mean. She's like,
Angel's not
forgot
here.
about
Like,
Reiner.
right up.
Angel and Reiner kept each other at bay.
That's
By...
what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, Angel's gone, and then she forgets about like Angel's sidekick, which is Reiner, and then she's like, shit.
What do you guys think of chapter 1 then?
I thought it was great.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
It was so good, Alex.
You're welcome.
Like, just describing it, I was like, oh, fuck, no.
I'm surprised they let us
No.
go in and get the book.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
surprised.
surprises me.
Yeah, well, that's why he was kind of just mocking you, wasn't he?
Who was mocking us, Anarian or the Second King?
It's the second king, so Anarian's
Second king.
not even at their level.
Anarian's not at the Second King's level.
No.
Right, he's just like
Oh.
ultra powerful.
Yeah, Anarian's
Yeah.
just a really powerful elf. The second king is something entirely different.
Mm. But then the
He's so
Queen
far.
was whispering to the Fourth King, saying that she was like promised.
No, the
I couldn't
Queen
say
was-
any of this because I was. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the queen was begging for help from the kings of chaos and claiming that she should be the fourth.
Right. So there's 3 kings, and the 4th is up for debate right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what that means.
up for grabs. Yeah.
Right, and she was saying she deserved to be the 4th king.
Yeah.
Well, she was a queen. Didn't think that
Yeah,
through.
but then that guy he was the second king, said that he was going to be the fourth king.
No.
Yeah, because
wasn't.
he's 1, 2, and 3.
No,
That's what
he
he
is
said.
just number 2. He said. He was
Oh.
talking to number.
Yeah.
So when Voltron was overhearing, he was talking to number 1 and 3. But
Yeah,
they
but
were
then he
there.
said something about becoming number 4 as well.
No,
didn't he?
yeah, he said that number 4 is up for grabs, basically,
Okay.
and that he said he.
Who was number 4 then?
I guess
Well,
there
I
isn't
don't know.
yet.
Yeah, there isn't yet.
Hmm. Well, I thought it was good. It was weird playing a new character and interacting with you all, especially
Yeah.
Reiner. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I thought like that was it. I'm gonna have to kill him, and I tried everything
yeah,
I could.
genuinely did think
to
Ryan was
not.
going to die. Yeah,
The only reason he didn't try and kill you is because we're in the middle of town,
yeah.
and you just get arrested or wanted for
Weird
murder.
decisions.
I
to
mean, I gave you
play
a
out.
chance. I gave you a chance.
Weird decisions to play out.
Here's a
Just-
question, Alex. How
Yeah.
far did you think we'd get in this session?
I thought that we would be in Lazarus. I thought we'd do the mountain and go to Lazarus, and then we would.
Thought we'd
in
be at least like twice as far through as we actually were.
Yeah, I also think we'd stop off at Hardhome. We'd do the whole Timmy's dad is dead reveal. I actually didn't think we'd see Timmy as well, but I was like, oh fucking hell! This is... The moment Max is like, I'm gonna fight Gravik, I was like, right, Charlie, you can have Timmy back, because otherwise this is gonna add days. So
I can't believe you fucking started a fight flat out. But it's perfect because
I mean, you started it.
I did not. You woke me
you
up.
definitely did, Reiner.
You so did. You kicked like
You
the
so
chair
did.
under him.
And then like kicked him again.
Yeah.
I
me
put
in
my
the leg
feet
with
up
an
on the
arrow.
table next to him
Honestly,
and accidentally
Ryan's got
knocked
a
it
freaking-
down.
Me and Scribbles are the only ones who spoke like actually like he's a person.
Yeah.
Budding romance. Luland and Dravik.
Yeah. Like, I just imagine when you were like crawling and you, like shinting on the side, you fell and your tail lashed out. But the moment you just caught Luland's eye and you just got these like red patches there, and you like looked away.
Horribly obvious because he has blue skin.
Yeah, and then you like pulled yourself back, and your tail like slid away. I just like the grabbing, and you just go, oh.
Yeah.
God, it's nice to be back. I was getting withdrawal symptoms from D&D. I really wanted to play more.
Especially
Yeah.
with the memes as well. Like the memes
Yeah,
are
yeah.
so good, and I was like, oh my god.
Give me a lot more
They're
memes
so
today.
good. I've been listening to some Dungeons and Dragons podcasts as well.
So yeah, I
Get
started
myself in the mood.
Critical Role, the very first season of like when they're still super noobs back in 2015, and they're just like playing at a table and stuff. It was so fun. I've just been watching it. I want to play. Did you guys like Dravik? What do you think of him? Is he all right?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Didn't really get a
Yeah.
chance.
I did say to
be
Alex, I
honest.
mean, as for having like pouring wine and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna lie, I do miss Angel a bit. But I was like, keeping it on the down low.
Oh,
Frey doesn't. Lauren does, but Frey doesn't.
I like that whole Max thing happened because I kind of based Dravik on a character who has a character where there's this like pretty much the feud that I didn't even try to happen. That character reminds me of Max in the show that I based Dravik off, and I was like, this is great. This is happening. Like, I didn't even I only realized halfway through the session what was like that it had happened instantly. So that was fun.
It's got to happen.
Bloody Reiner, you're an absolute menace, you know.
I mean, I'm not going to be bullied and not do anything about it.
I would say you are the biggest fucking bully.
Yeah.
You're such an asshole. You're lucky
can't believe you didn't let-
fucking cut in half.
Swallowed a child in half.
How did
You've
you not
done
let Voltron
so
take the
much
fucking book?
worse.
Like, I get your logic, but the man needed it.
No.
He did. He
Oh
needs
my
this.
god. I honestly
No.
think at some point, Angel or Ryan is going to give Freya an absolute meltdown where she's just going to smash her, like set on fire and just go.
I'm
mate.
sorry, but like a book that drives people insane is not something you want to give to someone that's just witnessed tons and
I'm
tons
sorry,
of his
but out
twin
of
die
everyone,
Because of the book.
because of the book. Yes. So then
Therefore,
you're going to
this
give
is
that
Voltron.
book
like the
This is
book.
to
Voltron.
someone.
This is a
No,
man
they're
who
not
has
going to like
died
the book. They
multiple
don't want the
times.
book. They're gonna hold it because they're gonna be like, I don't fucking want to open the book. Look what it's done to all these fucking people.
And he's
I've
not
held
gonna
the book
hold it.
many a time and not open the book.
He's not gonna.
The only
hold
one that's
it for
fucking
long.
opened the
yeah.
book.
But then if you've got this book going, ooh, Rhino walking to the fucking danger, and you're already there anyway, so like you're just gonna be 10 times worse with the book.
I
You're
think
already
it-
like
I'm
you're
sorry,
already a
I'm sorry.
disaster.
What happened when I had the book?
Look, both sides of the
Oh, wait.
Never
argument.
mind,
What
I've
happened
never
when
had
you
the
had
book.
the book?
I've never lost
Yeah,
the book.
you're
I've
never
never
gonna get the
opened
fucking book.
No one can blame me.
You're never touching the book.
No,
That
Lulid is
set.
not
We have-
touching
no,
that
you're
book.
not
I'm
touching the book.
terrified of her touching that book.
Dravik doesn't even really know what the book is unless we're saying like you guys informed him on that.
He's
travel.
also never having the book.
Yeah,
Why
this
is
is
Dravik
very
not
true.
having the book? He's a great lad.
What's his stats, by the way?
Well, that's for me to know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex, did you make him a character card?
I
Yeah.
did, but
Also,
there's no
oh my
stats on
god,
the character.
the Robin cards came through halfway through that session, and I was just like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
they
cool.
look awesome.
22 of them so far.
There were points where Tom's face and that was just like, Oh god. Oh god, what is happening?
I was trying to remain in character of like, what would he do in this situation? Like, oh, I've
I like how
aligned
you
myself
tried to
with these.
fight.
Like,
Immediately, Dravit tried to fight the unknown, where he's like, he picked up scribbles and did his helicopter blade attack, and then just went through and just got backhanded into the ground.
my whole plan was to helicopter through him, like how that blade went through him, and then we'd
Yeah.
reach the book, whilst also like having an
Oh yeah, Chess,
ally.
you didn't say you picked up that blade, so you've lost it forever now.
Oh, welcome to the fingerless.
I
Club.
mean, he did say that to me with the eyes.
So that's one legendary weapon gone. This group's doing well with their legendary weapons.
So it's just like that meme, isn't it? It's just like legendary weapons. The group going,
Yeah,
that was so good, that one. I'm gonna have to go through them again because they're just.
Oh,
class.
I'm going through them right now. Like,
It's the exact
There
same
you
as
go.
Tom Chest when Angel had a dagger and a rapier, and he threw the dagger, he got stuck in a wall, and he walked away, and then that place is just the dagger's still there under Hardhome.
It's under the waterfall, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if you didn't collapse it, I was gonna see if Voltrum could like alt it to like collapse in,
Yeah.
but it was under a mountain, so I didn't think it was kind of viable for a lightning bolt to come and hit him in that sense. But
the flesh or burning away the mortar did the trick.
like the way you described that as well was really, really good, Alex.
That was
Really cool.
gruesome.
What's this question, Max? If it was
I put the
Angel,
sad
would he
piece in.
had? What does that mean?
Would he have given the book to Voltrum?
If it was Angel, I feel like what Angel
Angel
would
would have
have
taken the
done,
book, yeah.
Angel would have taken the book because he has enough charisma to persuade Voltrum that he's just been through enough and it wasn't his fault, and he'll take it for tonight, and Voltrum can have it in a week. That's what Angel would have done.
Thank you.
But Voltrum,
That's what Ryder was trying to do.
Reiner was
before
being
anybody
crazy.
crazy.
I
He
got-
failed considerably.
I have more trust in Angel than I ever do in Reiner, ever.
I was
And
watching.
that's not by
I'm
a
sorry.
lot, but it's still there.
I'm sorry. How do we lose the book?
I actually
Voltrum
think
lost it.
Voltrum lost
Voltrum
it.
did
Yeah.
not
But-
lose
but-
the
why-
book.
why-
Voltrum's
why
so
did we lose
hard
the
on
book?
himself.
Why do we lose the book, Freya?
Because you two had a fight.
No, because Freya had a fight with Angel.
Look, if these two stop fucking her off, none of this
No, to be fair, look,
Nothing to do with you.
if we're going
Like
to
I
go
said,
down the blame game,
Angel or
Reiner did
Reiner is
punch
gonna-
Angel in the middle of a tactical meeting, which led to the whole thing happening. So he is right. He's just saying it in a way that's absolutely awful. You know, as is Reiner.
I was watching the previous episodes on Tom's YouTube, and where Angel's there, like, guys, I need someone to take the book. I've got a really big day ahead. Please, anyone take this book.
Can I say,
It was that moment. I was just like, that was iconic, and I cannot make a meme good enough for that moment of please anyone take this, please.
You're all very
Now-
horrible to him. The departure of Angel, he had a very like unkind.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
You just sat in silence.
You're all awful.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
He left.
Him out, say goodbye.
Angel didn't say bye to Voltrum.
He did.
Yeah, you all
I
said-
said
No, he
goodbye.
didn't. He
I
never
did.
said his name.
I swear I
Oh,
said
wait.
Voltrum because I saw your message saying Voltrum looks dejected, but I'm almost certain
Yeah,
I
he
said
stands there
Voltrum.
dejected because you didn't say anything to him.
I'm pretty
So
sure
you
he said
didn't-
Voltrum.
Actually, you didn't say Voltrum or
Did I
Freya,
not?
so...
No, I specifically didn't say Freya, but I
Yeah.
intended to say
But the thing is,
Voltrum.
I noticed because you went through everyone and then you went Freya, and I was like, but you didn't say Voltrum. So, but you mentioned not mentioning Freya, but you just didn't say anything about
Oh,
Voltrum. And I was
well,
like,
Yeah, that's why Voltrum is there, just like, oh, I've had a really bad couple of days.
That was a misspoke then, unfortunately, because that wasn't intended.
Actually,
Oh,
I'd
well,
been mad
feel a bit
if
bad
you got-
now.
If the onion bar brawl hadn't happened, none of this would have happened.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
we
my point.
know.
That's kind of
Yeah.
why Voltrum was so fucked at the end.
Your
Like-
quest would have
Like
started.
I said, if Reiner and Angel stop fucking Freya off,
Look, you started it. If you're gonna bring this up, you
Literally,
legitimately
it's all
started
because
it
of
because
you.
you punched me, and I was sick of it
Yeah,
at that point,
because
and that's what led
honestly,
to it.
Freya
And-
is so sick.
And you
like-
two
like
didn't
an
learn a
episode,
lesson from Papa
literally in this
Vulture and Mama
episode,
Luna.
Freya was so sick of Reiner's shit. She just was like, no. That episode with the pub, literally Angel was pushing, and then
You know what
Freya
it
just
sounds like?
cracked.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Freya's the problem, not me and
can
Angel.
if we're gonna keep
I
arguing
think- I
that,
think-
You
I think
can't,
that is
you can't
true.
expect people to
Freya-
understand your triggers if you never explain them. Not gonna
Freya
lie.
stepped into
True.
Angel's
Especially with a group,
business.
you can at least explain it to one of them, and then if they recognise it before you do at the same time, they can help you. But you can't expect people to help you if you
I like
don't
to imagine
explain the
this song
triggers.
playing as the credits roll. And you're just hearing each other over the fireplace in the camp.
Oh, you know what meme this is? This is the Office one I did with the other party looking through the door. Because apparently they get on fairly well, whereas we're all just like. But anyway,
They
just
haven't argued once.
continuing with the
That'd be
argument.
nice, wouldn't it?
Real quick, this is just a final note on the argument. Angel tried his best to keep Freya out of his business, and she continually put herself
Yeah, she-
into
I
his
think it's
business
because, like,
and then started the
Freya's-
fight. I'm just
Freya's
saying.
background doesn't like messing up and like being stupid and like not giving a shit about people. That's why she was so emotional about Voltrum. It's just like Angel and Reiner don't think like that, and it really frustrates Freya because she doesn't understand how these two people are just like how they are. She just doesn't understand, and she's been brought up with elves and like, you know, really strict with her family and everything. So she just doesn't understand how Angel can go around people without any consequences and get away with it, and then Reiner's just going off, literally about pretty much putting everyone at risk, and no one, like, no consequences. It's just like, don't understand. Where after so many times, Freya just loses the shit.
Well, that would be nice if she told us that.
Yeah, that
instead
makes
of
so
Yeah.
much sense.
punching
Okay.
people
So
and
much
starting
Just don't
fights.
speak about it. I'm gonna have to go because I'm moving tomorrow morning, so I need to
Oh,
finish
shit.
up packing the kitchen. So,
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
thanks
we're
for the
gonna go.
fun.
Thank you so much.
all right, see you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Lauren, that's so cool. I never really thought of it like that because it's like the longevity of elves, right? They are so patient and careful.
That's
in
what
their
I mean.
decisions.
She's not even that old.
No, but
And
the culture that she would have grown
Yeah,
up with.
and then the fact that the more time Freya spends with group, the more that's changed, like her concept of things. Like, obviously, like her dad is quite high up. Like, she's been raised as like obviously an elf, and so Reiner and Angel go against everything she's ever been raised to and taught to and everything. And that's why she gets so angry. Like, she's never had this, like, never had, or she's never like been angry before. Like, she's like raging. It's brand new to her. So that's why she despises Angel.
God.
The absolute
Hey, you
core.
kind of like him, kinda. They help each other in
Angel,
battle.
yeah, like Angel, Freya has like a love-hate relationship because Freya thinks that Angel's actually really talented and actually really strong when he wants to be, when he's not an idiot. Raya, how she just doesn't understand how you're half elf, like how you're of what she is, and that you're just the way that you are.
Not the multiple times that I've saved the group or anything. That's
No,
fine. Just,
no,
just ignore that.
that's all of that's invalid. For the
As an
amount of
outside
stuff.
perspective, this is what Reiner does, right? You know, like imagine like a bar, and on one end there's like true paragon and hero. The other end is true renegade and nightmare. Reiner only hits those.
I have the
Never,
perfect
ever.
description to follow on from that, right? Exactly like you said, perfect Paragon, but perfect Renegade. It's almost like someone has swapped the signs and Reiner's charging down the Paragon route, but he doesn't realise it's the Renegade route. That's how I would say Reiner is. Always noble intentions in the most awful way he possibly could get.
Awful. Like when
Yeah,
Mass
that's it.
Effect, when there's the security guard in that watchtower and you can just push him out the window.
I might have done that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, that was a super good episode. Voltrum, God, I felt terrible for him. I can't console him because I only just met him, but
Mm.
you know.
We've been riding together about like a week and a half, haven't you?
Yeah, I tried to just
Yeah, but
stay
not enough to
mission
hug him, though.
focused. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure Dravek's voice doesn't accidentally turn into Angel's. I think it did it like twice.
Yeah, it's close at one point. I forgot.
Yeah.
Well done, Tom, putting on a voice. Everyone else can take a leaf out of Tom's book.
I'm half human. I'm
I've been
allowed to.
working on it in the background. If
Yeah,
Voltron
you're-
goes away again, which he nearly did today, there was a part of me that was just like, do I just stand in this cavern as it collapses?
Oh.
Oh,
Genuine
Aw.
part. But no, I think there's more dwarves out there. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Can I just say that
It's-
we gave the book to someone that's near on suicide?
So, hold on. So
Just-
the southern mountains, this was the biggest hole. The southern mountains are the smallest. The northern mountains on the other side near Midland are just absolutely teeming with different holds of dwarves. It's only the southern mountains that had like the possible Coltamore and also this hold.
Yeah. There's more
Okay.
Rolos out there, which is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it there, guys.
Good
Yeah,
night,
me too.
Alex. Good night, Lauren.
No, well, I'm
Night,
gonna
guys.
Alex, night, Lauren.
Bye.
Good discussion. See ya.
Bye. And the core 3 once again for the
I've
after
been
party.
waiting for this.
That was good.
That was good.
Fuck, I missed that so much.
Mm-hmm.
It took a little bit to get it rolling again, to get everyone's cogs all back into D&D mode, but when we were in it, it was like that last half just flowed.
Mm. I mean, come on. Our fight definitely flowed.
That was so annoying. I was pissed off throughout that whole thing
Oh,
because that's
it
like
was
not
so
at all
good.
what I wanted to happen. And
Oh, it's not what I wanted to happen either, but I fucked up like the roll just to casually put my feet up on the table and I was like, fuck it, roll with it.
because I went with like, he's so, something jolted him awake. He just grabbed, but then I was going to put you down, and then the whole battle started. And
I mean,
surprise boss battle.
I gave you
that
drink
woman.
and then
You did. What did you do that
It
started the
was
fight
lovely.
again? Because I sat. Oh, you refused to buy me a drink as an apology.
yeah, and then I kicked out the store from under
And
you.
that, so you did start it, because we'd reached a mutual like middle ground, and then you just assaulted me.
I feel like you demanded that I would buy you drinks for information that was standard information. So
Well,
after giving you my drink that you then went and downed, I thought it was a very
I guess
very fair reaction.
But you did wake him up demanding information. I mean, you just met him.
No, I woke him up, then he downed my drink, then I demanded information.
Well, potato.
I just love that whole interaction. I thought it
was
was just
funny.
too good.
I got to send you the reference to me creating this character, because there's a character who's just like Reiner, who's always like, they're always like that all the time, in the same way we just did. Made me laugh.
I feel like Reiner gets that a lot.
Well, I think with Angel it was more friendly, brotherly rivalry, whereas this one.
Oh yeah,
started a
but
little
think
bit
about me and Goa.
That didn't start well.
No, that
Or
didn't start well at all.
You and Leaf, that started even worse.
I mean,
who
Gerwa
have
was
you met?
literally designed to ruffle feathers and kind of kick everyone into action. That's what Gerwa's purpose was as a character. Like his idea was, this guy is not a combatant. He's not there. He's not miraculous like you, the champions, are. He's there to kind of be your grounding. Like, this guy's cool, but you guys are next level compared to him.
Yeah, Alex
Wow.
started me slightly higher up than Gerwa, but with the promise that I will level extremely slowly as Dravek, whereas like Angel will level quick with you guys. So,
Yeah, see, I realised that when like you said strength, and then I actually like, yeah, he just ripped you off, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna win this fight.
you did pretty well because I was resisting fighting you.
Oh yeah, but I was resisting killing you, so you can still hear me, can't you?
I can still hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think we were both resisting killing each other, because then you just get wanted for murder in the middle of town.
Yeah, but I mean,
You-
I still think our fight
Oh,
was
of course,
amazing.
you actually. I thought the fight was amazing as well. That was a cool. It was cool. It was very unexpected. I didn't expect to be
I
battling
didn't
you
either.
guys outright, and I don't know. Kind of wish I'd went even more into it now, but I was worried we would just kill each other. But I guess
I just love the whole telling me I'm a trickster. I use cheap tricks, and then 2 seconds later I trip you up and put my blade through.
yeah. I like that. I trying to make Dravik, even though he's a brutal, like, kind of fighter guy, I want him to have that almost honor to a fault, Vegeta-esque, like you fight with no honor. You kill him now before he levels up. No, it'll be more honorable to fight him when he's at full power, sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
nice. Yeah, I got that. Which I took full advantage of.
Cool. That's what I wanted. But I do miss Angel. I miss that man. Gotta make sure I
Yeah,
get
you
to-
sneaky devil. You sneaky devil.
I only got rid of him because of story. Story demanded that he went and spoke to the Robins.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's a good way of doing it.
I think Reiner might have to take some time from the group soon.
It's so weird playing another character. It's very weird. You don't. It's almost like that family connection I've had every other time when we play with you. I feel like a legitimate outsider. Like there's all these big plot points and all this history, and you don't know any of it, and you're like, really want to kill that basilisk, but I've just walked into a fleshy dwarf hole, and that guy. Yeah, it's weird. But it got a bit personal because that guy threatened my homeworld and said it was going to go up in flames. So that was quite a. You've gained his attention.
I think we need to do something about these brands.
But Alex said they gave us power.
No, it just fucks you over.
It's just
because he said something about power.
Both times we've had interactions with them, they have not helped.
Yeah.
No, but I think they might lead to something better. I don't know. That's just I have an inkling that Alex, like later on, they might grow to light that gives us power.
I also was ask you guys now out of character because obviously Angel's going back to his base. I'm almost thinking that these marks on the back of our heads are like trackers, almost and I don't want to bring. I don't want Angel to go back to the main Robin base with a tracker on his neck. So I was thinking of going somewhere else and just meeting people somewhere else till we get.
That's probably a good idea.
Off. It's just weird, because Anarian found us straight away, right?
Yeah, that's true.
How are you feeling?
Well, that's because maybe the book, but yeah.
Well, we didn't have the book when he found us.
The book was in the town when he found us, wasn't it?
No, because Rollo got rid of it. He took it and left, and somehow it got there.
Yeah, maybe.
But I want to ask an important question. Adam, how are you feeling after you took the brunt of it this episode?
Well, Adam took the brunt of it. Fuck you.
He took the emotional brunt of it. You took the I don't know,
physical.
I would have felt
everyone episode.
I would have felt so much better had there been a single person we could have saved.
Yeah, agreed.
And I was there going, is this going to be the battle map now? Is this going to be the battle map now? Is this going to be... I was just waiting, and it just never came.
I mean, in my defense, I did try and save that by knocking it
You did, mate, which is why Vultrum needed to explode and then come back to reality, and then come back and actually acknowledge the steps that people had taken, despite the issues that the group has. You kept saying, no, you didn't. You said at the end, but you're discounting the loads of times where Reiner has saved the day, which he has. But in moments like that, a lifetime of good is condemned by a single bad action. Just like a lifetime of bad is not redeemed by a single good one. It's that side, and Vultrum is, I think one of the reasons he's so annoyed is because he kind of was the last one to hold the book. He was the one that had it on the table in the bar, and then it went flying, and he lost track of it. So his explosion is as much at himself as it is about what he's identified as some of like the key reasons to go. If Angel was there, Angel would have got laid into as well. Safe to say.
Can you see why I didn't want to give you the book though?
Yeah, I can. I can completely understand. However, if you'd had a conversation about it rather than just making the decision for him,
that was
you
the
then
problem.
may have changed your mind. You made the decision for another player, which is not a good thing as another player to do, Max. Just going to throw that out there.
But it is also, as
I completely agree.
like, you could see that Vultrum would have been very emotional at that time.
Yeah,
so
but if you had said, Ultrim, I will give this to you in 2 days' time. How
I
does
didn't
that
really
sound?
have a chance.
No, you ran off.
Yeah, because everybody else started shouting at me. I was like, nope, I'm taking the book and I'm going. I'm the only one that's had the book and nothing
You
bad
have
has happened
fight
from
and
it.
flight. You literally have fight and flight. You don't really do talk.
Oh, I know.
If you had stopped and talked, it would have been completely different.
Yeah.
Well, at least Travek got to get a bit of revenge and bite you in the back of the skull. I quite like that.
Oh yeah, I was so like when you said that, I was like, yeah, that's completely fair. Oh,
Alex, I will also say Alex was getting seriously pissed off.
Of course he was.
Alex messaged me at one point saying, "Please break this up, please." I was like, "I've got you, mate."
Well, I
At one
waited
point, I
on
was
the
like,
wings.
"Is me and Frank gonna have a proper fight now? Or is this actually gonna happen?"
Yeah, you would have, because you didn't talk.
You did, just
Like-
loudly at each other
That's
without
not
stopping
talking.
to hear the other. Yeah, that's yelling, I guess.
Yeah, if you'd gone, I can't give it to you now. I cannot give you the book now. And
I thought that was kind of implied, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm now looking at everyone else around me to also like, and now this is my point of view, which is this man has just lost something that we cannot empathize towards. We cannot sympathize with how he is feeling. Adding another layer of negative on top of that, I don't think is the best thing for him now. He might disagree, but I in the long run, he is the right person to have the book. But that's in the long run. That's not today. And if you'd gone like that, oh my god, we could have had some really cool RP moments. I think that would have been really cool. But still, it was still fucking sick. Like seeing Freya explode like that, the amount of passion that Lauren puts into that is so cool. Yeah. I want to just immediately throw this out there, Max. I'm not saying you played it wrong. I'm not saying you played it badly. You did what your character would have done.
Oh, 100%.
And I commend you for sticking to that, because that's often really hard to do. Tom's so good at it now. I think when you first started, Tom, you weren't quite in it as much. Like you would almost do things because they were funny rather than what Angel would do, and then you started thinking, actually, Angel might leave, because I think you talked a long time ago, several months now, that he's like, Angel probably like nearly left. He said to Clara, "Do we just leave?"
And she convinced him to stay.
Yeah,
that whole like, I feel very bad that he didn't say, "I'm going to immediately go back in the VOD and see if I said Vultrum or not." Because it'll come on. He's going to say Vultrum. He likes Vultrum.
I really hope he says Vultrum, but I didn't hear it. And I'm there just like...
Oh, that's awful. That's a really bad start to what would become the worst day of his life. At least he's probably not thinking about it right now.
No. There's... I mean, on, like... losing thousands of kin... Angel not saying goodbye. Yeah, no, there's worse things in life.
This is true. Right, boys, I'm gonna head though.
Alrighty.
Night, Max.
Quite an early ending.
Lovely to see you, bud.
Bye.
Bye. I guess we better go.
True. Do you want to stop your stream and we'll watch it together?
Yes.
We'll watch the start.
Let's hope it works, because my Barrow stream got corrupted yesterday. It looks like we have some actual comments here. Let me just read them.
Yeah, my Katie's jumped into the chat.
I've got defo not Adam's girlfriend. Who's Dan?
That's Captain Ahab.
Did someone do? Oh no, there was a comment that said who's Dan. Sorry.
That might have been me. Almost Dr. Drayson is me.
Oh yeah, Captain Ahab's Dan, right?
Yep.
I like that he's like a persistent viewer of this D&D. I still want him to be an NPC guard who's just in one episode. Like he just has a sword and shield and he's just a man. Who's Def not Adam's girlfriend?
That's my girlfriend.
That
Katie.
is your girlfriend. She did an Avatar reference. My cabbages.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fairly sure that's what Alex was going for.
Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. Here we go. Goodbye.